Alright, hello everyone. Let me put that tower away for a second, but welcome to the USA Today 201. We are looking at the good old New Hampshire Motor Speedway. It is a mile in length, and this is actually a track I did not own before tonight. But luckily the league owner, Cody Leach, was also gracious to provide money to cover getting this track, so that way I could broadcast this race for you guys tonight. So we are looking at 201 laps on this fine flat track, if you will, and there will be stages at 45 and 90, and it looks like the track temp is about 85 degrees and the air is about 71 degrees. You see that everyone's kind of running around the track right now. Let me put that tower back up. And let me go ahead and change to a little bit of a different camera here. Let me go out here on the track real quick. We'll follow a couple of different people. There we go. Let's go to Zach Johnson. We're on him. Let's go back to him real quick. Yeah. Just kind of follow some people around here, but I do believe, let me look at the news we have for the series tonight. Obviously, of course, after last week, Cody Leach is no longer winless. He is also the first in the point standings, which if I get those point standings to pop up here, maybe we can show them. I don't know why it shows it like that. It acts weird, but yes, you can obviously see Cody Leach at the top in the point standings. And even though he did get a second place finish, Thomas Wolfe did, and that did actually move him up, as you can see there, a couple positions up to 8th place now in the point standings. And even though he didn't have the best of finishes last week, with a 22nd place finish, Stephen Carlisle is actually now firmly up there in the top 5. Well, I say that, but he is tied, looks like, maybe with Stephen Menke. But also in other news, just for teams in general, it does seem that Circuit Motorsports Club, which was comprised of a couple different drivers in this league, are possibly going to be shutting their doors and ceasing being a team in this league after the season. And also, I do believe, let me see if I can find him on the track. Let me close out the championship points here. Bring up that tower. Is he on the track? He is not. Interesting. I was going to talk about the fact that maybe we were going to see Stuart Harding Walker tonight, but I'm not seeing him on the track, so I'm wondering if he's joining us. But he is done with his suspension, so he could technically come back tonight if he wanted to. We do have also... Is he on the track? He is not. Okay, never mind. The people that I want to talk about, of course, are not on the track, knowing my luck, so... We do have many different names of, the usual suspects here, being, Nathaniel Campbell, Mike Burnett, Stephen Carlisle, Zack Saunders, all your favorites and all your usuals, as you can see over there in the corner, or not in the corner, but on the side. Ah, hello. He's on his way? Okay, good, because I was saying, it was like, this is his first week he can be back. I was hoping he was going to be back. I was like, it's your first week back, bud. You better be here. And also, another bit of news I just remembered that was huge news for tonight is, as anyone who has been a frequent watcher of this series throughout the season does know how we have the, as we call it, the IC system, where, when we would see someone cause a wreck or self-spin or things like that, they would get hit with an IC, an instant count. And if they got 1, they'd get an EOL. They get 2, they'd get an end of line, or no, 2 they'd get a drive through, and then after that they would get told to park it. And then if they got 4 over 3 races, they were suspended, which is what we obviously saw happen to Stuart Harding, the Rocket Man. I'm just going to call him Stuart the Rocket Man. But tonight, Gordon is going to try something out. We're not going to have an IC system for this race tonight. And if this race does go well, where these guys can pull off a good race to where it can warrant not needing the IC system, then it could potentially end up being that we don't see the IC system return going forward for this season, if these guys can have a good enough race to justify not needing the IC system. But if this race goes how some have went in the past, and it's a real need to have the IC system back, it will go into effect, and he will still be carrying them. So I don't know if that means, and he can maybe correct me on that, but I don't know if that means that he's still going to keep track anyways, and then just punish people after the race if he feels the need that the IC system needed to come back. Oh, I did not know this. Oh wait, no, I do know this. I forgot. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, let me do this. Let me get a guild. Where's my guild? Yeah, right there. You can see on the back of Vincent Mitchell's car there that Ray's Peasants, I'm gonna assume how you say it, photos there. And also on the front of his cars, you can see clearly right there, they are the sponsor for Uber Motorsports. I do believe they have put out some really good photos from what I've seen, so that's always good to see. But as you can also see on that ticker up there, we are getting closer and closer to being done with practice. And it looks like, you see, Campbell right now in practice has put out the fastest time, being that 30.30 there, with Burnett not too far behind. Going through all the different cars we got on the track here, just kind of get any airtime for any of them and see if they've got anything fun. We got that gold Krispy Kreme car from Joe Wright as always. And Michael Deach coming out with a really clean looking 57 there, I gotta say. That is a nice one. I do believe we will have Bill up in the booth eventually. I think he's just saying he will be a bit late. So we will see how things go here. Hopefully we can get everything going fine. And dandy, if you will, here. We are coming up on the end of practice here. And also to just kind of give everyone a bit of a, I guess we'll call it like an update of sorts, essentially. Let me go over to the calendar here real quick. And switch over to the league's calendar here real quick. So I believe we have, so we have the Cup cars today, and then next Sunday, I believe that's next Sunday, and next Sunday we're going to have the Grand National Tour going to Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway for the Forever 150. And then we have trucks after we had our off week. We have the final race of our second split in the Rackley Roofing 200 at Nashville. Followed by Wednesday being the, looks like, the Ally, I'm gonna say the Ally 250 at Nashville. So, obviously, Nashville week is next week. as practice comes to a close here. And I will see as soon as we can get someone that will be up on the track here, potentially. Once I see someone come off the out onto the track here. We do have a couple people coming out on the track now. Let's go ahead and get a view on them here. Our first person up. I also don't know why it's so quiet. Let me see if I can fix that because I don't know why that's so quiet. I do not like how quiet that is. There we go. Okay. So we have Corey Mott, one of the first people that was going out. We also have Thomas Wolfe, and obviously everyone else kind of going on doing their times here, as you can see. Let's see what kind of time. Actually, let's see what kind of time Mr. Mott, winner of last week's race. Let's see what kind of time he puts down here. I do believe these guys only get one lap, as is obviously the usual, unless it's a short track. But this is not counted as a short track, so he puts down 31:03. Caleb puts down. Oh wow, we're just getting the times coming in fast, as you can see here. We're just going to look at Alan Phillips here real quick and see what he puts down for a time as he comes across the line and puts down a 30.93. Let's look at Michael Deach here. He's coming around the backstretch. Looks like here to set a time here. As he goes into 3 there, taking 4. As you can see that this track is really, really flat, so there's not a lot of banking here. These guys do have to deal with a lot of flat. Oh, and that's going to immediately invalidate his lap. Let's look at Ray Gillis. He comes around to set his time here. He's finishing up, and let's see what time he puts down. He is going to put down, unless it got invalidated, it looks like he might have had... Oh, his time might have gotten invalidated. Let's look at Cody Leach. Is he about to set down a lap, looks like? Maybe? Yep. Okay, he's about to start. He actually is just now starting his lap. Okay. Let's see what Mr. Leach puts down here. Mr. Bill's favorite driver. And Cody is going to put down, once he comes out of 3 and goes through 4 there, and we'll see what time he puts down here. And that is going to be a 30.91. That is 3 drivers now that have gotten 30.91s. I believe Ryan's going out to set his time, looks like. So let's see what he can get here. Fellow Indiana native, Mr. Taft. But also, no surprise, we see Mike Burnett and Thomas Wolfe there at the front. But Stephen Carlisle, he put down a pretty respectable time of 30.85 there, as you see on the board. And Nic Vasquez only, not even that far off of Carlisle. A lot of the times, really kind of close, almost, so you can kind of see there. With, like I said, about 2 or 3 drivers being roughly at that 30.91, if you will. But let's see what Ryan Taft puts down. He is coming down to finish his time right here. Let's see, he gets a 31.74. That's going to put him at 23rd. And it looks like, I assume everyone else in the field was not able to set times, sadly. So we are going to go and switch this over to the gap real quick. Put that away. There we go. As we wait for qualifying to finish up here. Let's see. Do we have? We do not. We do not. We do not yet. It is. Oh no, that's just the results. It's not the grid. Okay. Well, now we have the grid. There we go. And again, like I said earlier, while qualifying was finishing up, we have gold Thomas Wolfe and Mike Burnett locking out that front row there with Steven Carlisle and Nic Vasquez right behind them, followed by Zack Saunders and Vince Mitchell in row 3, followed by Cody Leach and Alan Phillips in row 4. Row 5 is going to be Nathaniel Campbell and Corey Mott. And then after them, in, I believe, row 6 is going to be Mason Hoffner and Garth Griswold. And that will round out the top 12. Then row 7 is going to be Henry Kalhoff and Stephen Harding rocking in a very, about mid-pack, but still a very respectable qualifying position for him on his first race back. Then we have Ben Lawson and Stewart's teammate of Caleb Tipton, the Uberman, there in the row right behind him. And that'd be in row 8. And then row 9 is Hayden Higginbotham and Zach Johnson, followed by Karen Romano and Tommy Carroll Jr. rounding out the top 20. And then we have Jim Mott and Jonathan Legere, followed by Ryan Taft and Thomas Villano. And then PJ, I don't know if these guys will race or not. They probably will. But we do have PJ Cox and Ray Gill, followed by Michael Deach and Joe Wright. And then Jacob Wazinski and Justin Bell. As obviously Gordon is our race control, so he will not be racing. But that is the grid to start this race, as we will be starting momentarily here. You can see they're all lined up. Look at that beautiful field of cars. That's about 30 plus cars right there that you can see all beautifully lined up there. That's a sight to see right there. You'll love to see how many cars we got in the field. And of course, again, to remind everyone, we do have the stages on lap 45 and 90. And that is when we will have those stage cautions, as we always have to have the stage cautions in this fine race. Because it is just like how NASCAR does it. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and get them going around here. Then we'll start off with obviously go crank it up to start the race, and we'll get this race going for 201 laps. Let's hope that these guys put on a good show tonight for everyone here that's watching. And I want to make sure that you guys can hear the... Hopefully, yeah, I mean, it sounds like it's loud enough, so should be good. As we are coming around, going towards the backstretch here. We're going to see that pace car dip off right here. And we're going to get this race started.
Green flag, green
as
flag.
We get the green flag, green flag.
Caution, yellow flag.
I've been talking this whole time, and I didn't even realize I had my mic muted. I am so sorry, guys. I thought I was talking to you about stuff and making comments. Ay. I muted it for the crank it up, and then the caution happened so fast that I just that's a little bit of a mistake there. But as I was saying there, I was talking about, you could probably guess by the camera motions, I was talking about his damage there of Hayden that Hayden had. Well, regardless, we did have our first wreck of the race. That was kind of, I believe, more on the 8 car, like what I was trying to say there. Thinking you guys heard me, obviously, but you didn't, because that's on me. But I feel like that was kind of on 8. He got loose, and then it kind of collected some people up there, and you saw him kind of knock the 10 of Hayden Higginbotham into the inside. A couple other people spun, and, next thing you know, we had a nice little just kind of, what am I trying to say, pile up of cars. Let me go with that. There we go. So, yeah, but hey, I mean, maybe he can get it fixed, but I would highly doubt that he's going to be back out on the track. That might be his, that's what I thought. Yeah, 10's out. That's what I figured. I didn't really think, I mean, I don't obviously wish someone's race to be done, but just knowing what I know about these cars, a wreck like that, when you have a wheel that's also completely gone like sideways like that, it's good as done. It's good as done. So that's you'd see that as the lights are out on the pace car, and we are going to try for another restart again here. I don't know why we're seeing people get black flags, probably because of some other stuff that happened, but as far as we are going to get the restart going here.
Flag is out.
And we have a yellow flag as I see Garth and a couple other people with some stuff. What happened to Mr. Garth here? Let's see. He seems like he's fine. What? Oh, I think his car just got loose on him there, I think. I mean, that doesn't seem like that was on his... I don't think that was intentional. I think his car just... Yeah, no, interesting. His car just got loose. He took out a couple people there and caused a couple people to go sideways and backwards and everything in between. Do you have a couple other people that are showing us crash? I'm curious to know what happened, but I think it's just because Vince was, as we saw there, kind of caught up in the thing with Garth and got spun backwards. I think it's right here. Yeah. And then Stewart hit him and just, yeah. And it says Caleb crashed, but he didn't. He just was slowing down to not run into his teammate there, as you saw. So, well, you hate to see that. We got some people, obviously, I wonder if Garth just maybe gave it a little too much gas, a little too quick there, and... You hate to see stuff like that, though, obviously. Well, sorry that happened, though, Hayden. I mean, hey, if you ever want to come up here and, help me commentate on this, since Bill's being a little bit late right now, it's kind of just me. I mean, I will not say no to others coming up into the booth to help, if you will. If you want to. If you don't want to, obviously you don't have to, but just offering it because right now I'm kind of soloing it up here, so. And also, so if Bill does show up here, I can make sure that I think it's good to go for him. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now he's got his view as well. Good to know, good to know. Gotta check. Okay. Let's see. We are currently just kind of waiting on everyone to. I'm sure the guys in the front, though. I'm sure they probably want to actually get some green flag laps going here. So wouldn't be surprised if they're getting a little antsy, if you will, about getting going. Also, I'll look at that in a second. I just saw that message. I'm trying to. As we are about to go green again here.
Green, green, green.
With mostly the field mostly staying the same here, as you can tell. And we got some good jumps there, but let me go and switch over to that TV1 camera. Actually, no, TV2, there we go. TV2, yeah, that's a better camera. There we go. Let me also turn down that car a little bit now, because the other cars are a little on the loud side now. As we go, oh! Jesus! That was a wreck and a half right there I just saw. Holy cow. I hope everyone was okay. I don't know if you guys saw on the back there of the angle. We have Zack Saunders getting loose. And then he recovers it. But it looks like maybe... Oh! Whoa, whoa. What happened to Corey there? I gotta look at what happened to Corey, because that was definitely Corey we just saw snap loose out of nowhere there. That felt like that was out of nowhere. I don't know if that was maybe a bit of net code there. That was... Whoa! That was some... Oh, Jesus! Wow, that was a pile-up right there on the front stretch for a second. Well, I mean... Positive thing is at least Corey locked down a win, so he's locked into the playoffs. He doesn't have to really fight his way in anymore. I mean, he obviously still wants the playoff points, but it does look like we had a couple people come into pits from that. Let me get my pit camera up here. There we go. We have a couple guys. We have obviously Jim Mott, Cody Leach, who you saw hit the T-bone Mr. Corey there. I mean, there we go, better camera angle. There we go. Obviously Hayden, he's out. Like, he's not gonna come back out. Joe seems to be fine. So Jim Mott, he seems like he might be okay. I mean, Samuel Campbell looks fine, and I guess Corey is fine. I mean, Zach seems okay. He didn't really get banged up too much. And wait, what happened to Ryan? When did he lose that front there? Did I miss? Oh, probably this right here. Which was whenever everyone was checking up. So yeah, everyone was checking up, and then he was trying to avoid stuff. He couldn't avoid it, and next thing you know, he just bam! Smacked right into Nathaniel and lost his front bumper there. Well, you hate to see it. You hate to see it, obviously, but the same guys that were in the front before are currently holding on to it. And the one thing here, let me do this real quick. There we go. Now we got Mr. Higginbotham. I hate to see that happen to you, bud, but I mean, you're up here now, I guess. So
Yeah. There was not much I could really do.
Yeah, no, you couldn't because he snapped and then just kind of smacked you into the inside wall. I mean, yeah, there wasn't much you really could do. You were just product of wrong place, wrong time, I guess.
Yeah, if that ain't the truth.
But hey, I mean, at least you're fine, I guess. I mean,
Oh yeah. Well,
you're not out on the
hopefully.
track, but you know.
I don't know. I hit the wall at like 100 and at least 130, and it was head on.
Oh God.
That definitely rocked my world a little bit.
Jesus. Well.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to go back green.
Yeah, so I have this up obviously so in case you don't want to have to try and watch in the while being in sim, I always have this up at least so you can at least see it.
I'm looking at both.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's fair. I just like I said, I always have the thing up so you can just see it anyways. Yeah, it does look like we are going green here. As the pace car is gonna drop off here.
Green flag, green flag.
We are going green. It does look like some people. It says some people are getting black flags, but probably just black flags in the form of the choose cone, obviously. Yeah. Same kind of four guys that have been in the front of this entire race since there hasn't been much racing. They've kind of held on to the front, so
hasn't been very many green flag laps.
No. But I think it's because this track is so flat that some people are just not doing, I guess, the right turning to not make this car absolutely snap. As you see a couple guys going wide there. Wow.
Yeah, looks like Nick's going really wide out there.
Jesus. Let me go 1 second. Let me switch to where's my. Let's see. Let me see who do we want to go to actually instead. Let me go back a little bit in the pack here to Mr. Alan Phillips. He's a little bit farther back there with Mason Hoffner, and Zach has got a very interesting scheme this week. He's got a Hot Wheels 91.
Yeah,
that's fun. That's
definitely looks good.
I mean, everyone always comes to these races with very good-looking schemes. I'll say that. So.
They're 3 wide.
Oh, Alan's fine, I guess.
Maybe.
Oh,
caution.
We have a caution.
Caution.
Maybe was it because of Mason?
Couldn't see.
It had to have been because of this right here. That's that. Yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna guess. Is that? Yep. No, it was probably this right here. These guys were coming around here. You see Mason's going a little on the inside. Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Alan just
underneath the yellow.
Alan just killed them both. And then it was probably this. I would guess because I don't see anyone else showing as wrecked. So maybe it was because of Zach. Probably when he was coming back on the track.
Yeah.
But I'm not seeing anyone else on my program is showing wrecked. I mean, Gordon said he wasn't going to do the IC system, and I think this was the rate of all races to say you're not going to do the IC system.
Yeah.
If anything, this only is proving to him more why to keep it. Like we were, I mean, I will
4 cautions in 21 laps is.
I will say this: you guys have had some great races this season. Towards the end here, more recently, you guys have actually been cleaning it up a bit. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's why Gordon wanted to try it, but now granted.
And then this is what happens.
I did not have New Hampshire before tonight, so I have no idea about if this is par for the track or if this is just par for MCRL.
I
or
have
both.
No idea. Probably a little bit of both.
Probably a little bit of both. I mean, you have to also remember, this track, as you can kind of see on the cameras, and as you probably noticed when you're driving, this track does not have any banking really. I mean, maybe
not at all.
I mean, maybe a couple degrees towards the outside wall, but otherwise it's just
not
flat.
A lot. Yeah.
So there's a little bit of banking.
I mean, it's definitely a hard track, but I don't think it's this bad.
I mean, let me see if I can get a better angle here to see if we can tell what I mean because it's pretty flat looking at this camera with Alan here. Obviously, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just it's flat. I mean,
Yeah.
don't know what else to tell you. Oh, there's
Definitely have to hit your breaking point.
I always love how Alan has a basketball helmet.
Yes, it's crazy.
a basketball. Yeah, it's always fun looking at everyone's helmets while we're going through the costume. I just want to see if anyone else has any interesting helmets. Oh well, I mean, obviously Caleb. It was a given. Man has Mr. Bean.
I have not seen that one.
Man
I need to update my helmet. I haven't done that.
Then Ben has a. Oh, that's pretty cool. He has that for his. Cameron's. Okay. Just kind of looking through everyone's.
That wreck that I was in, did Zach just get loose or did somebody run over him?
Well, so it was the 8. Oh, you're talking about that Zach. I was like, no,
Yeah.
It just looked like from what I saw, it looked like he got loose.
Oh.
It just looked like
Shame.
it looks like it's basically been the same thing that's every single caution has been caused with tonight, which has been a car basically just it's snapping and just getting loose.
Yeah.
Like
you just have to be so easy on the throttle because as soon as you give it any throttle, the back end wants to kick out immediately, especially on exit.
I'm gonna go back up here to the front real quick. I'm gonna get that driver detail away real quick.
I wish we had some better camera angles.
I mean, I have pretty good ones that I'm using.
I gotta load mine.
See, I'm using the ones I paid for, which I know I haven't done this yet, and I don't know if he actually watches it, but obviously Track Cams 22 is the guy that provided these wonderful cameras. So
Nice.
well, provided I bought them, but he wants obviously people to talk about them. But we are obviously green here to see them coming down the backstretch here. Slightly single file. I mean,
Hopefully they want to actually get some laps in here.
I mean, I know these guys in the front definitely do.
Yeah,
Thomas, Mike, Stewart, Steven, Nick, they all just want to get laps. I'm sure even Caleb wants to get some laps in. I mean, a lot of these guys do. I mean, we got Steven.
Oh,
whoa! He
looks like Stewart threw it in there a little too hard.
Well, no, Steven threw it a little too hard into the back end of Stewart there.
Oh.
But, I mean, they recovered. We have another yellow flag. I'm seeing 3 names. One of them being Jonathan Leger, looks like. What happened to this man? Let's see. Oh, we already had the 30 car down for some reason. So where is the...
Oh.
So we already had Mason Hoffner that was off the track already before Jonathan even got to him. Was it another case of just...
Did he get loose again? Did we get loose again? Yep. I think so.
Let me see. Yep,
Got loose on exit again.
Right there. You see, he smacks the inside wall, came back up on the track. Jonathan gave him a little bit of a smack there, and I don't think anyone else got hurt. I believe everyone else is fine, because it does show that Cody Leach crashed, but I think it's just the program acknowledging where he just went slow, because obviously the program counts someone as crashed if they slow down. So Cody's slowing down there to avoid that wreck made the system be like, oh, he crashed. It's like, he didn't. But that's the only way that this program can really count someone as wrecked or crashed or whatever, because there's no other way for it to really watch for that. So limitations of the program, I guess.
But you do great with what you got.
No, I know. I'm just saying, it's limited. It's just how. I mean, I think that's also just a case of. I don't think there's a program could really make it where they have it set up to actually detect more than that. That would be really having to dive into maybe info that maybe iRacing doesn't give out that could tell that. So for all we have now, it's just, does the car slow down enough? Yes. All right, it's crashed. That's basically it. That's why I had to go with the other wreck and just look for off tracks, because no one else was technically counted as crashed, even though we had the caution from it. I just had to go off the fact that there were people off track. So it's not done. But yeah, no, I do have good cameras. I mean, I think what I'll do, we are obviously coming up closer and closer to that stage caution, which at this point I feel like the stage caution is just going to be a wreck caution at this point. It feels like.
Yeah, seriously.
But I am going to do this real quick here. Let me do something real quick. I'm going to change the camera for a second because I want you to be able to hear something when we go back on the restart here, so you can actually hear the sim. Because when I do that camera that I just set up, it doesn't always do audio. So I want you to get the full effect of what people will see on the broadcast here. Because I am going to do a little bit of a special thing for the restart here, because I did it at the beginning. Might as well do it again once we get going.
Yeah. Looks like they're choosing right now.
Austin, Runkle, Nathan Higginbottom, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. This place has been controversial all week long when it comes to NASCAR. A lot of big changes coming to the sport, a lot of big changes coming to this track in particular. This could be the very last time you see NASCAR race on this configuration.
We've already had 5 cautions, Bill, and
and
Hayden got wrecked out.
I was in the first one. I made it half a corner.
But hey, Hayden, look at my stream on Discord real quick because I want you to see this whenever we go green. Because obviously I'm going to do a little bit of a crank it up.
Hayden, go
All right, then
back
I'm going to get rid of your
the
stream
first
on my
corner of
actual.
the Indy 500.
What? Oh. I was like, what?
If you are about causing the first wreck, just go back and watch the beginning of the Indy 500.
Oh, fair enough.
So, I got stuck on a boat. I got stuck in the fog over in between Martha's Vineyard and Falmouth. And here we go, out of turn 4, getting ready to go green. Green, green, green. Here we go. Never comes straight away. Ooh, nice camera angle, Austin Runkle.
It's the crank it up segment. That's what it is. It's all the good crank it up cameras. Love it.
So good. Oh, we got one spinning.
Whoa!
Oh, they got a couple spinning.
Holy cow. 1 second, let me turn this off now. There we go.
Having on ice out there.
There we go.
Now you turn it off after I turn the stream off.
Well, I wanted to just do it for the crank it up because it does also kind of hinder my internet a bit when I do it. But I just wanted it first specifically to show you that crank it up. There's a lot of names I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, how many names do we have?
Yeah, that was a big one. That was a couple. It looked like somebody just pulled the tablecloth from underneath them.
It looks like it started with Stewart, actually. Where's Stewart?
That's 1-2 involved again in another wreck.
It looks like that started with Stewart, honestly. Where is my gold blimp cam? No, Chopper. Ooh, Chopper's too. Yeah, we'll just go with Far Chase then. So.
Oh, the 29 car.
Got loose.
Got loose.
Oh! Nick going on 2 wheels there. Wow.
Oh, man.
We have a couple cars getting caught up there, as you can see.
Oh, wow. Just collected a bunch of them.
I mean, if we go to stack, I wonder if I can get better on the stack TV. Nope. That stack doesn't even help at all. Well, yeah, we have a lot of people that obviously that were shown as wrecked there. But it does look like we have a lot of people in the...
I don't think there's anywhere to be safe now. Can't be in the front. Can't be in the back.
Can't be in the middle. Wow.
Can't be anywhere, it seems.
We have a lot... As you can see, you can't really see them, but it's showing that we obviously have a lot of people on pits after that wreck, which, I mean, there was a lot of people caught up in that, so I'm not surprised to see. But, I mean, hey, the guys in the front, they obviously want green laps, but they also probably are just kind of glad they're not getting caught up in these
I'm
wrecks.
sure Thomas is alright with just leading every lap.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Yes, that's why I'm making the joke that yes, we're having all these cautions, and yes, they probably want green flag laps, but at the same time, they're not in the wreck, so they're probably just that's good enough. I mean,
yeah, closer. The more they rank, the closer you are to stage points.
But hey, I mean, he had a almost pretty good week last week. Then had some stuff happen, but he's back up here in fourth right now after all the wrecks that are happening. So that's good for Mr. Uberman.
And it's always good to see the 69 car running out front.
He's pretty much about as out front as you can be with the fact that the same three have been at the front this entire race.
Well, it seems like those three have been out front a lot the past couple of races. Wolf has been very strong. Burnett, well, we usually talk about him anyways. And that number 7 car, Carlisle. Carlisle is always bringing good equipment to the racetrack. He just gets caught up in somebody else's wreck, and he's going to break through again this year.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens here. As they did get Choose Cone, and Caleb went on the outside of Carlisle there, and he does have his teammate of Vince Mitchell right behind him there. The Uber Motorsports team lined up together on this restart here as we are going to be going through turns 3 and 4 here to start the race. Watch that pace car drop off. And we're going green for lap 35.
And often we see Wolf on the inside lane, or is that Burnett? No, that's Burnett on the inside lane.
No, that's Wolf on the inside. Burnett's on the outside.
Yeah, I was right the first time.
Yep.
Whew, man.
You were indeed right the first time, yes. As they're kind of staying double file, these front four, they're just kind of staying double file together right now.
I've been stuck on a ferry boat too long.
We actually do have a lot of double file kind of going back pretty far here in the pack, looks like.
Well, New Hampshire has very wide straightaways, very wide corners.
And not a lot of banking.
Doesn't matter how wide it is.
Yeah, but we also don't have a lot of banking either. That's the one thing that makes this track, I feel like, interesting, is the fact that these guys really are essentially just racing on a mile-long flat track, really.
It's almost like a Martinsville kind of thing, except for the corners here are a little bit wider. But you know what? There's not a lot of speed here. You try to carry as much corner through the corners, but it is such a flat track. It is not a fun track to race on.
Oh, for sure, yeah. As you do see, we kind of, again, the front five are kind of holding on to their positions really right now. Let's go back a little bit and see. We got Ben Lawson, who actually, no, it's single file. Never mind. That double file is now since gone, as we're just in single file.
Okay, and look who is taking over the number 10 spot, Cameron Villano. I'm sorry,
Thomas Villano.
Thomas.
But right behind him is Mr. Cameron, though. Cameron Romano is right behind him.
Him in the 11th spot. I always call poor Cameron Corey. It's tough getting old, but man, it's good to see Villano up there in the 10th spot. He's been running really well lately. And of course, behind him, Cameron is fighting for a top 10 finish tonight as well. He's another guy that's been improving since he took his little break. So it's good to see him running hard.
For sure. And we are on lap, looks like 39, about to be 40 here. So we are only 5 laps away from that first stage caution here. Unless, knock on wood, unless we have an actual, caution. Otherwise, there was a couple guys you just kind of saw farther back there bang into the wall. I'm not sure who that was exactly. But I have spotted a name that we haven't talked about too much this season, Bill. And that's Mr. PJ Cox. I don't know when his last race was in the series, but he is here and he's holding down a P15 right now with Joe Wright on his inside. So that's a name I don't believe we know too well. Oh!
Yeah,
Wait, I think I just saw a caution breeding right there. No? Did they
Like
get out of the way?
Car spin. Looked like a single car spin. Ended up on pit road.
Oh!
Entry at pit road.
I wonder who that was.
Not sure who it was. I think it was the 30 car.
I think you were right, because I did see him saying it showed him entering pit lane. Yep.
Oh,
Oh, he got it right off the track. Look at that.
hey, he didn't get caught for speeding.
And he also saved us from a caution there. So we're going to get the caution the good, normal way via the actual stage caution here. So, but looks like right now, unless something happens, I would say by the time we hit lap 45 or the next caution, these three that we see that started at the front are going to get 1, 2, 3 for stage points. But Caleb, to talk about him actually, as he's going to get points for right here because we got our caution right now.
Caution.
So that will probably be stage caution, which that's really good for Caleb because he's actually up 12 positions being in fourth right now. And his teammate Vince Mitchell right behind him is actually up 1 position, so he kind of held a good spot. So I'd say for Uber Motorsports, the team as a whole, that's really good for them. Like, that's really good for them, especially in the team point standings.
Definitely.
Which I
What
will.
was that caution there?
I will figure that out. Let me first get. I was trying to pull up something here. Let me get that out of the way, and then I will figure that out. Oh, I see one name that's red, so it might have been this. Let me get a better angle because I keep thinking that that's going to be a good angle, so I always put it on that one, but it never is. Looks like Alan just got loose and. Oh, that's why right there. That's why. And then he was stopped on the track.
Recorrected it.
And he was just on the track.
I cannot believe those two cars got around him like that.
They just barely did. As we see, no surprise, pretty much the entire field minus the top 3 that stayed out. Well, not the top 3 because Carlisle did come in, but there are only, looks like, 3 cars that did not go out, and that would be Mike Burnett, Thomas Wolfe, and Caleb. But they also haven't pitted at all this race, so I wonder if...
I mean, they really didn't wear their tires that much to waste this net, in my opinion.
I mean, and they did get, I think, let me look and see. Do you remember, Hayden, how many sets you guys were getting tonight?
I want to say 5. I can check the Discord real quick.
Because I was going to check, but my thing is being a little weird about...
I'll check real quick.
About Discord, so I need to... There we go. My Discord was messing up and I couldn't click on the thing.
We have 5 sets of tires.
So technically 6 then, because it's what?
Yeah.
5 extra. So 6
5,
sets.
yep.
I mean, with it being 200 laps, I mean, obviously with you being someone obviously who's his races in this series a lot, I mean, do you think it would even be viable to be changing out tires in this caution?
At this point, I don't think so. I don't think you wore them enough.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, especially with how frequent cautions are, you got to expect that.
I mean,
they're going to keep coming out. So I think Mike and Thomas and Caleb are just expecting there to be more cautions since they barely wore the tires they have on.
Because if you don't include the stage caution we just technically had, because again, this is probably that was probably kind of just a stage caution. Then theoretically, Yeah, there's been 6 cautions otherwise in 46 laps.
46. Yeah,
That's not a lot of tire wear, probably.
no.
So, and also, again, going back to how I talked about the team points thing, that's going to be really good for Uber Motorsports because they're 11 points behind the now 4th place team, which is Hollywood Motorsports, and they're 405 points behind the leading team.
Hang on, we're not
Good
going
Lord.
green. Not going green.
I want you guys to both take a wild guess. Who you think is the leading team?
Probably Back Road. Is it Back Road is their team?
It was, yes.
Back Road
It just after Iowa, they became the leading team. They beat out Factory.
I need
Because
to get some more drivers on my team. I think it's just me right now.
because it's always the top 2 drivers. The team points are the sum of the top 2 drivers set by first most total points, then most wins, then most poles. So BBR has a total of 1,367 points. Factory has 1,333. The only reason they lost their position in Iowa is just because of the fact that BBR had basically 2 drivers do better than the other 2, because really the top 2 drivers I think in points counting wise I believe are probably, I would assume, Xander and Steven Menke, maybe for Factory Motorsports. No, actually, it might be Nic Vasquez. I don't know. But the top 2 drivers from those teams obviously are what counts towards those points. So I would say it looks like it's mostly just a battle between those 2 teams, because the next team down in team standings is Top Tier, and they're 280 points behind the leader and 246 behind Factory. So it's really just a battle between those 2 teams at this point.
Green.
As we are going green, and let me jump back up to the front here. I think I also think Caleb realized too that he just knows that these guys can race good. Like, he knows that the guys in the front, Thomas and Mike, can race good, so he probably wants to stick with them if he can, and see if he can't just use that to pull himself to the front. As we get a yellow flag for what I have no. Oh wait, maybe right here if I thing will stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. Thank you. It scrolls as events come in, so I have to catch it. Oh, it's right there. Right there. Moments before disaster, right there.
Off the wall.
Moments before disaster, right there, huh? That's Michael Deach coming down into Steven Carlisle, sending Steven's spinning, looks like, and that is oh!
Oh wow.
Poor 30. Mason just probably got some damage repaired, and then he just runs into the back of Steven Carlisle. Also, wait, is that new damage I'm seeing that's done to the?
That looks new.
Say, because I've never seen the rear bumper of the next gen be gone.
I don't think I've seen that either.
That looks like my hairline.
That looks like new damage to me, but I don't. I feel like we would have seen that before this week, because it's been at least a week or 2 since the new damage model for all the cars. So
Go in the pits, put a little hot tooey on that thing, and get it right back
good
out.
Lord.
We only have 51 laps down. We need to get this race going, boys. 8 cautions.
Maybe it was a good thing.
Well, technically 7.
Lap.
Technically 7. Again, if you don't count the stage caution. So, but
man, it's
look at how
the
many
stage
cars.
caution was a caution. It just
I'm just saying,
2 laps before the stage.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we don't count it because it was technically the stage caution. So I'm just like, that one doesn't count. But yeah, look how many cars we have in the pits. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was more obviously, but it looks like a lot of those guys are leaving now, and no surprise here.
One thing I can say often is I have driven a modified. around this track. Believe it or not, it was during like an open track. What do you call those? Not really a racing school, but it was just one of those racing experience type things.
Mm-hmm.
And we went out there, and the modified only had it had to have been a crate motor. You know, definitely wasn't a tour modified. But man, this track is just so large when you're going down the straightaway. That modified bucks back and forth, almost like there's a lot of play in the steering wheel. You can't control it going down these really long straightaways. You start braking in the corner in turn one, you kind of got to start way out on the right side up near the wall and kind of yank that thing in and just try to carry as much speed to the corners here. This is a simple mile oval, but it's extremely technical, and it is not an easy track to drive here. So the fact that we're still seeing these guys 52 laps in running the times that they're doing is an indication of how well their setups are working. Now, the track temperature is not really an issue right now, but as this race gets forward, we see him hitting the choose cone now. This track is going to get faster, I believe.
I mean, yeah, the track temp right now, it has went up a bit since I had last called the temp during practice, of course, but it is up to 90, looks like. It was at 91, but it just went down there.
But you got to remember where this is. This is New Hampshire. And as soon as it starts cooling down, it's going to cool down dramatically. This is a real fun track to go to and actually watch a race.
I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's see. Yeah, no. I'm going to go back to the tower. I like the tower better. I'm also going to leave the dashboard up because I'm curious to see what speeds these guys are doing. I mean, obviously you would know, Hayden, since you were down the track, but I just want to let everyone else be able to see here, as we do see them going up only into third. I mean, that's probably fair, only going up into third gear.
Yeah, definitely. At least with my setup, you'd get up to fourth and have to downshift into third into the corner.
I mean, just Burnett
never touch fifth gear.
I mean, let's see. Let me look at Mike. I mean, I don't even think he's touching fourth, looks like. Let's see. He's coming up to the straightaway. Let's see if he touches fourth gear. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's doing exactly what you said then. Yeah, so he's going into fourth and immediately entering the turn. He's going into third. Yep. All right, that's fair. Okay, just as curious, but.
And Nathan, you were out on the track when you go from
Nathan, Hayden.
Oh my! See, you know what? I'm gonna retire. The Overman going for the lead on the outside of Burnett.
Oh, second place.
That's second place over. That's Thomas. That's Thomas.
Oh, they looked like they touched a little bit there.
Yes, they did give each other a bit of a kiss on the door there. Let me see if I have any better camera angles. Let's see.
I saw Overman on the outside, got a little excited. Keep going there, Overman. Come on. Keep digging.
Oh, look at him go. They're side by side there. As we do have a yellow flag.
And we got a caution. We got some kind of wreck on the back stretch.
I wonder what happened.
I'll tell you what. Wolf's car coming off the corner is working very well, it seems. He can kind of go wherever he wants.
Is this what happened?
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
So I'm just now finding out I could have clicked on the box that says yellow flag and it would take me to what caused it. So that's news to me. Is this really... Wait.
I thought it was it.
I don't know.
Maybe go back a little bit more?
Because I clicked on where it said yellow flag. And it took me right to here. I mean, there's this right here, but that's that's well after the system gave the yellow flag. So
this is the car right behind that group you were just watching.
Yeah, so maybe.
He just got loose coming off. The
It just basically showed me the completely wrong car. Then that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's because Joe. Yep, that's it right there. Then. All right, well, and also to bring it back up because we half mentioned it before the caution happened there, but we did see Thomas. He was trying to pass, not Thomas. Caleb trying to pass Thomas on the outside there. He almost had him a couple times.
It definitely looks like the outside's faster.
I
You're definitely getting a
feel
little
like
bit more momentum on the outside.
I feel like also for some setups it probably would be, yeah. And do you think these guys, the first three, that obviously they have not pit yet, whereas everyone else has, do you think maybe around lap like 70 or so, or you think these guys will try wait until the next stage caution maybe? And without,
When is the next stage?
I believe
Is it
it's
70, 75?
Let me look at race info. Let me pull up race info. 90.
90. So,
Ooh.
I think if they actually run some laps, maybe around 65, 70.
But the way
They'll
things
come
are
in.
going, like,
But if they keep, I have no idea. They could just keep going. I mean, if we have cautions like this, they might be able to stay on the same set the entire race.
because you have to also think about the fact that too is when we are in these cautions, the tires are cooling down, so they're not as hot. I think, right? Am I wrong on that?
No,
Yeah.
but if you put too many heat cycles through your
Yeah.
tires, that is not good as well.
Yeah.
So it's a
I don't know
dangerous
how many
balance.
actual green flag runs they'll let before they come in there. But the track has already dropped 2 degrees. It's at 89 now.
Oh, does my thing show that? Then let me see.
Actually, mine says 88 now.
Oh, yep, nope. My overlay says 88 as well. Because obviously the overlay should be pulling the same data that you can relatively find as well. So if I see 88 on mine, then that should be.
I'm just using iOverlay.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, obviously iOverlay and SDK should be pulling the same
Yeah, definitely.
data. So if yours says 88, then yeah.
I just want to say I received my driver's license in 1988. So, what do you think of that, boys? How long ago was that for you?
That was a right good while before I was born.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that was a bit same here. So
I don't even think your dad was around yet.
Yeah, my dad was definitely
You're
around
only-
in 88.
no, my dad
You're a
probably
young
was.
one.
My dad probably was.
Probably.
I would hope he was.
My dad was born in 67, so
I
yeah,
say
he was around.
I was like, I would hope he was.
Alright, anyways, I think we're getting ready to go back green.
We are indeed about to go back green. Let me get us back to the gold other camera angle I was using. There we go.
Burnett
Flag,
Wolf
green flag.
getting ready to start it off. And Wolf gets a little bit better jump this time and stays with Burnett.
Yep, but it does look like he has Cody Leach knocking on his back door, as you kind of saw. And looks like and there goes Caleb. He's trying to do the outside line again, but I don't know if it's going to work out in his favor there.
Ooh,
He's trying that way high
really
line.
trying to get the momentum going.
I think it might cost a spot, and I think
I think he might have gone a little too high that time.
Cody is his teammate, isn't he not?
No,
I
Cody's-
thought those two were. I thought there was.
no. His teammate would be Mr. Mitchell.
Oh, the 16
Oh!
spot on the backstretch.
Who was that
96
spot?
looks like it's collected.
Oh,
The 86, the 29.
Oh
says the
boy!
16.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think the 16 is where that initially started.
Let's see. The best I can do is go to here, maybe, if they'll let me. Come on, thank you. So,
Like the 16, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe got loose.
looks like he did. Yeah, wait.
Yeah,
I didn't go back far enough
Ryan.
there, actually. I didn't go back far enough, actually, because he did get a little loose a little sooner than that.
Yeah, it looks like he got loose, got off the throttle, and then Ryan had nowhere to go.
And then he just started collecting people. Oh my gosh. Like I was telling Hayden, to remind everyone and also to remind you too about this, Bill, Gordon was seeing if he could maybe do away with the IC system by not having it in place, but I get the feeling he's already immediately reenacted the IC system mid-race. Like, with how this race has been going, I would highly doubt if he has not reenacted it mid-race. I mean, we've seen some EOLs already being given to people, so... I
think they said we weren't going to give any of those. I think that's what they said.
Have you seen this race?
Oh, I saw it. Trust me, I saw it firsthand.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly.
When I ate the inside wall.
Exactly, yeah. Let's see. No, because see, I've got... And the other thing, too, is... I will say to everyone watching, when you see those penalty boxes coming up, if you do see a black flag pop up sometimes, those ones are just like ones because of the whole, choose cone stuff and how that's going. But I would say if you see an EOL one pop up, that is most likely actually an EOL being given to someone. So, trust mostly that, I would say. The other ones, like the black flags that show up, don't really trust those because those just might be iRacing saying, hey, you weren't in your right spot according to the black box.
Sadly, iRacing has not implemented an actual choose cone yet.
I will say, I did do a race with, I did get to do Moon Car actually, the higher one, not Moon Car Lights, but regular Moon Car. And the way they do choose cone in there at Dega is very ingenious, I will say. So on the backstretch where the pit exit cone is, like the blue cone, right?
Yeah, they just use that.
Yeah, that's their choose cone. And I was like, oh, that's ingenious. Because it's a physical cone to actually, do the choosing on. And I was like,
yeah,
dang, that's amazing. Good job, guys. I love it. I was like, that's what we need, is we need something like that, but out on the track. I mean, I have seen people get very inventive for ways to do a choose cone.
What's going on with the...
I'm not sure why we're going...
19th and 20th. What was that?
What?
Looks like we just had somebody wreck under caution. Go to Vince.
Was it with
and,
Mr. Taft?
It was with the 96.
Yeah, Mr. Taft.
Yeah, it was Vince and Ryan.
It looks like Papa Mott might have been checking up there a bit.
I think somebody was looking at something other than the screen.
Yeah.
Cause see, look here. You see Papa Mott's checking up, and then. Oh no! Actually, it might have been Ryan.
I think Ryan just was not checking. I don't think Ryan was looking.
Where's Ryan at again? I gotta find him. There he is. I do wonder.
He drove that thing in there like Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, that was. I think Helen Keller might have drove her in there.
But okay. What I was gonna say was another thing I've seen also of people doing choose cones is there was a truck race I did one time that was a part of a league, and how they did for their choose cone was they had one of the admins in a next gen car with a choose cone paint scheme that he would basically drive out of the pit lane on around the same time we would do choose cone, and would sit right where the cone should be, and they had one rule: don't hit the choose car. Because obviously if you hit it, you're not just going to kill yourself, you're going to kill the choose car too.
Yeah.
So that was their one rule, was do not hit the choose car. And the amount of times I would watch back seeing people graze that car without hitting it because they wanted to see how close they could get was wild. But we are going back green.
Go back green. Looks like the inside line kind of stacked up a little bit. I think somebody might have missed the shift.
I'm not sure, but Caleb's trying the outside line again to see if he can maybe get it to work, because him and Cody are going to make 3 wide for a second there with Mr. Thomas, but I scratched that as Caleb... I don't even know what's going on anymore. I try to call one thing and...
So many different things are happening.
They're moving back and forward. I can't keep
3
up
wide
there.
in the back, too, that I'm looking at.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to see...
I'd like to see
the driver of that 15 car.
And we got another caution.
Ooh, I don't like that, man. That 15 car was really driving hard.
That's your buddy Cody Leach. What do you mean?
I know.
Oh.
Hey, Bill the Masshole doesn't discriminate. I call it the way I see it. I
There's
love
no
my
way.
Cody Leach, but
There's no
man,
way
there's
that.
a lot of rights left.
It's that right there. Probably when he just went up on the track. That's probably what it was.
No, I don't think so.
But he wasn't on the. Where could have been
I don't think that was it.
You think what? Right here, probably.
Yeah, that was probably it. Yeah, when he goes up the track right there, that's probably when the caution comes out.
When he slid like that and was okay.
That's my guess. I'm pretty sure if he keeps it down low, that caution doesn't come out.
Well, yeah, we already saw where someone else had obviously
Yeah.
slid down towards the pits, and they were able to get
Great.
down by pits without it being a caution. So. Oh, and also a little bit of a fun fact: that Speedway 500 thing I did for majors, they finally got my coin to me, so I actually have a physical coin from that race.
Nice.
And it's like a metal coin too. It's a hefty coin. Like, oh my gosh! And it just says Speedway 500 on it. So it's a neat card. It's a neat coin like that. But I gotta wonder, what do you think these guys in the front are doing, Hayden? I mean, they still have yet to pit, and we're on lap 70, about to be 71.
I still do not think there's been nearly enough
You think that
green flag laps on those tires yet.
I mean, which is fair. I just was wondering. So we think it's a case of
they might go to the end of the stage if we keep getting cautions like this.
I mean, I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't blame them because at this point, just stay in the front. Your tire, they probably don't have, their tires are probably not giving on them just yet. And the way things are going with how these cautions are happening frequently, and what's the saying as well? Cautions breed cautions.
Yeah.
And I
that
would
ain't
think
the truth for this one.
that is the truth for this one. What do you mean? Oh, I thought they were. Never mind. I was.
Hey, just one comment, Mr. Higginbotham. You haven't officially signed out of this race yet. You are still listed as in the pits.
Oh.
True. True.
I just left the car in pit road and walked up to the booth.
They look around me like, did he just leave this thing running? What's going on?
It's like Kimmy at the F1 race where he went to the yacht.
Oh, I can now confirm that I cannot click on him anymore. He is now officially fully left the race. There we go.
There we go.
But what I was going to say was
There we go.
also for these guys in the front, I mean, since they obviously have not really ran through the tires all that much either, I think it's also a smart thing for them to just stay out to try and stay out to the next stage, because that's another.
These are easy points.
Those are easy stage points. Exactly.
Easy stage points.
I mean, and Caleb needs that because he doesn't have a win yet, so he's literally at this point, unless he gets a win, he is getting locked in solely off of points. Unless he can.
When does this split end?
And we go into like the championship and stuff?
Yeah.
Let me look real quick and find the schedule.
I have no idea about any of that. I've just been kind of running the races.
Yeah, so I believe it was the two stipulations was either it was based off of being locked in or points, which we've had enough different drivers that I believe we have at least like 10 plus people locked in off of just wins alone. But when we do get to the Darlington Cookout Southern 500, that is when we will have the playoffs start, and it'll be the top 16.
Okay, so it just follows regular schedule.
Yeah, again, since obviously we follow real schedule with this.
Okay. Gotcha.
But that's where I also meant, like, it's both on wins and also on points. So
yeah,
if we get 16 unique winners, then those 16 people will have it. But all other
right
spots,
now, I'm watching the Uberman go on the outside for second place right now, and he will get second spot on that last lap.
He's about to try and see if he can get. He's
wrapping it around.
He's not going to have it
Thomas
this time.
might have gotten him on that time.
I think, yeah.
No,
but I think on the turns, Caleb gets the momentum.
The 77 just washed up the track. Hit the 55.
I'm trying to find him.
Oh, they're fine. They all sorted it out. They're all over the place, but they sorted it out.
Okay. let's go back a little bit and look at these guys back here. We got Zack Saunders, Cody Leach, and Tommy Carroll Jr. I mean, we got that battle up front, but, we got to also give some of the guys in the back. But I am curious, actually. I guess the problem is I don't want to stick on just the front, but there is this, obviously,
We can't leave that battle.
side-by-side battle that's going on. Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what, good to see Mr. Carroll running pretty good right now with that 56 car. He always brings a nice-looking car to the track, and today he's got the black version of his usual paint scheme. Looking good out there, kid. Keep going.
Well, they both kind of smacked the wall a bit there, but you see him get past him again there. Where is my other... Let's go with this camera then. There we go.
Yeah, Uberman needs to realize it's only lap 76. He is driving way too deep into these corners. He's going to heat up that He's going to heat up that right front, and he's going to be garbage at the end of the stint. Take it down a little bit, buddy. Just hold on. You got plenty of race left.
You has to also remember that he is one of 3 drivers that is yet to pit for this race. Grant, the other people that have not pitted yet are the people he's trying to run down at this moment.
Yeah, you look at behind him is Cody Leach. My pick every race. I'm still waiting for him to have his breakout win. Would really love to see him win here in New Hampshire. And there you go. You see Mr. Carroll in that gorgeous 50s. He always brings a nice piece to the track. He always has a nice looking car.
Look at that. Yeah, so look at that car right there.
Moonshine Toyota Camry. Usually it's a white version, and the white is usually dominant, but today he's got the black car on. It's nice to see him switching it up.
Whoa!
Looks like he might have gotten a little loose there.
Yeah, and
I'm
you know
sure
what?
if he had any help from Zack.
That is the curse of the announcer, and I'm done. Every time we talk about it, that's it. Oh, as the 3 car gets
Touching the
way
wall a little bit
outside.
now.
And there's that white paint scheme you're talking about. This is on Ray Gill.
Yeah, usually that's the paint scheme that Mr. Carroll runs.
Say again, I don't think we talked too much. I don't believe PJ really has ran that many races in here, has he?
I don't think so.
It does look like he is another. I think it looks like he is also another Ryko driver there, as you can see on that bottom bumper there, that Ryko Performance logo. So it looks like he might be a Ryko driver.
No, but he's been very consistent the whole entire race, and
He is
he's
up
moving
14.
forward.
He's up 14 positions. So
Yeah, he is just outside of the top 10 right now, and we're not even halfway through this race. So I think he's in survival mode, and he's got a good car.
We also got 9 laps to that stage.
Yeah, and this is the longest green flag stint we've had in a long time.
And you probably just jinxed it by saying
And you
that.
jinxed it.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like it's gonna be jinxed now with that.
All right, well, if that happens, I'm going with him.
And Cameron is also up 7 positions with Mr. Villano as well, also being up 11. We're going to kind of just go back to the pack. Nick has fallen back.
Joe Wright on the inside of Corey here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, and they made contact.
Oh, but they're fine.
I can't speak now.
They're fine, though. They're fine.
Yeah, they sorted it out.
Nic Vasquez, I'm really surprised with all the cautions we've had that he hasn't been able to fix his car back to where it should be. So he must have significant permanent damage on that car.
He definitely had the whole front bumper missing earlier. So it's definitely in better shape than it was.
Mr. Griswold's having a great run tonight. Mr. Phillips up at 9th. The 66 car, Mr. Gill, he's up there as well. Lawson, Carroll, Saunders, Leach, Tipton, Wolf, Burnett. Some new characters, but a lot of the names that we've been repeating a lot lately.
Yep, which, I mean, that's... You see that in real life NASCAR too, and probably in the eNASCAR Coke Series as the official iRacing thing. There's always going to be those repeat names, just because those are the guys that can come out and show up and and just shine
Always seem
like
to have a
that.
good setup.
Yeah.
Back road always seems to have a really good setup. And obviously their drivers are talented as well.
Well, not all of us are, but fair enough.
Hey, some of us didn't even get the opportunity.
Hey, there's one name I'm not seeing. I know I kind of came late today. Where is Corey Mott?
He is kind of far back. He was actually doing really good at the beginning, but he's I believe he got caught up in a wreck earlier and got he fell back as a result.
I don't see him in the lineup anywhere on here.
I'm literally on him right now.
Right there.
He's right in front of his dad. So.
Oh man.
But also to go back up to that front, I mean, you can see on the timing tower over there, Thomas Wolfe is well ahead of Caleb. I mean, let me get the exact here by pulling up that battle box, but it looks like, Thomas is over 2 seconds ahead of Caleb. They're just running away right now, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, Caleb's probably not going to, like you say, maybe he's realized he shouldn't push too hard. I mean, we're on lap 87, about to be lap 87, obviously, actually about to be lap 88. So he knows as long as he can just hold his position, he's going to get, I believe he got third on didn't he get third on the first stage, I believe?
I think so, yes. So
that's going to be two back-to-back third-place stage finishes. I mean, he's probably just going to try and survive and hold on to that third place.
No!
He hits that wall. But, I mean, yeah, I would think he's going to play just the safe but hold my position type of,
Zack Saunders is there now, though.
Yeah,
Man, Cody Leach.
Saunders saw that little bump right there. He's going to put a little more pressure
but
on him. See if
I almost wonder if he's going to work a bit with Caleb to see if maybe he can't use Caleb to catch up to Thomas and Burnett. Cause
not with one lap left in the stage. I think he might go for the stage points.
I don't know. He might not want to pull that risky move. I mean, we don't know how his tires are. I mean,
I think he smells blood.
I think given the opportunity, he'll take it.
He pitted back on lap 44, so his tires could be 40 laps old, potentially. Where is the pit strategy? Here we go. Yeah. And that just also proves it right there. I mean, you can see the top three guys have been out for 89 laps. Whereas Saunders, who's right behind Caleb, has been out for 45 laps. Whether that's 45 laps on tires, I do not know. But it looks like we will be getting that stage caution at the proper lap momentarily. And that should be putting Garth Griswold right now, it looks like, on the last one to get stage points as he will cross right here. And so the last person to get stage points will be Garth Griswold, and then it's going to be Alan Phillips, Ray Gill, Ben Lawson, Tommy Carroll Jr., Cody Leach, Zack Saunders, Caleb, and then Thomas and Mike. And that
it's good to see. It's good to see the 00 get some stage points. That guy has the worst luck.
Yeah.
And, good to see him running pretty well tonight. And I like that car. He looks pretty good there.
That number is huge. Super bright.
Let me go. Let's see. Want to play catch. Jeez. Oh yeah, there you can see a little bit better. Yeah, there's a better angle here. Nope.
I don't know what it is about that 00, but this past weekend up here at Stafford Motor Speedway, you had Mike Christopher Jr., nephew of legendary modified driver Teddy Christopher, came out in the 00 and won the Open 80 at Stafford Motor Speedway. Got out of that car, climbed into his regular number 28 SK Modified went out there. I think he started 12th and won that race as well. So big weekend for the 00, and hopefully we can see Griswold get in the podium by the end of this thing.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
And look at that, Hayden. I think what you had said earlier is that you thought those three guys were going to wait till lap 90, and it looks like that is exactly what happened. Is they all went into pits, but so did everyone else, essentially.
Yeah, how can you tell that's New Hampshire, ladies and gentlemen? There's people in the stands.
Oh, my God. Well, like I said, though, it does look like Cameron Romano stayed out, actually. But he pitted back on lap 63. So, again, pulling up the strat here, obviously you can see, Romano's been out for 29 laps. Again, whether that's on new tires or not, we obviously don't know. We would have had to see when he pitted and watched his car, but it does look like everyone else behind him all the way back to... No, actually, no. Everyone else has went into pits. We have Stewart, who I believe he must have just recently came back out of pits or something, because he is on lap A1 apparently.
And look who is leading the pack, the number 55 of Cameron Romano.
Yeah, but like I said, he pitted back on lap 63, so I do wonder, I guess, Hayden, do you think at a track like this, being on possibly older tires, I mean, do you think that everyone else is going to just get past Cameron once the restart happens?
I think it'll be a few laps if we go green, but I think once they get into a rhythm, then I think the one who took fresh tires are going to be right.
Like I said, is basically everyone else.
Everyone besides the 55.
Yeah, I mean that's on the lead lap. Let's say that that's on the lead lap because we do have obviously Stewart who is out, but he's back on lap A1, and he did pit back on lap 31, which means he's been out for quite a few laps probably, or at least been dealing with problems. So, but yes, in terms of lead lap cars, Cameron is the only one that has not pitted relatively recently. We do have a couple guys that waited until lap 93, but
I think the next caution, Mr. Carlisle will get the lucky dog. I think he's the last one a lap down.
I believe if we look on our ticker when it comes up, yes, Carlisle is the first one that is a lap down. Harding is 12 laps down, but he is the last car that looks like is actually actively on the track. Everyone else behind him, Mason Hoffner, Jacob Wazinski, Zach Johnson, you,
me,
you're all out,
and we are back green.
But yeah, I'd give it, like you said, a couple laps, and I bet you we will see. No, I don't even know if he'll take a couple laps. I mean, we got Mike.
Yeah, it might just happen instantly.
Mike already just going on the inside of him there, as we can see.
Holding strong on the outside, though.
See, look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
look at that. He's just
very high into that corner. It might open the door for Thomas, too.
I think his tires just are giving out on him already, even though he's... I don't know if they're giving out or more just that he's just...
Oh! It looks like Zach just turned Thomas. But they saved it.
They recovered. They're fine. And no caution because they recovered it. Yeah. I don't even think they even had much of a wreck there, really. I think,
I think Zach quarter paneled him and they slid up the track a little bit, but they saved it. I don't know if they saved it because of the wall or...
Yeah, you see, so like you say, his quarter panel there. Thomas drifts it around.
Nice save by Thomas.
Barely even taps the wall, comes down, and just... And Zach slowed down just enough that he was able to give Thomas all the room in the world to get recorrected and kept it green.
Definitely was best case scenario for that.
That was a beautiful scenario there for them. It does look like we see a couple guys in pits for some reason. I'm not sure.
I think we had a wreck in the back. I'm not sure. I think think you might want to go back a little bit further. I heard somebody say sorry on the.
Oh, yeah, right there. Oh. 1 second. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit my pause button, not change cameras there. Okay. So it looks like Vince. Oh, Vince got loose
off corner and overcorrected.
Oh,
right into Thomas. Right into
Steven tried to correct it, and no, you're all good. Steven tried to correct it, and then he just. Vince, I think, jumped to pits, and Steven just. Oh no, Steven didn't.
Pretty sure that took Steven. He just immediately.
He just towed it, which is weird. He could. I feel like he could have made it to his pit box.
He lost that front bumper though, so it's probably too long of repairs now.
Yeah, we do see Cody Leach. He's made his way up to the front. I think that wreck from. I think that wreck from Zack and Thomas. I think definitely opened the door for Cody to get up there in second.
Definitely. You see Cameron, who's fallen back all the way to 8th after the restart.
But he's still up 11 positions from where he started at the beginning of this race. But Nic Vasquez making a pass on him on the inside there. And also, I gotta say, I'm kind of glad that this is the second time I've tried now running the race in the same quality that I usually use iRacing in, with a bit of motion blur as well, and full car field, like no one left out, and it's actually running well. I'm surprised. iRacing must have changed something on how
Zach got loose off the exit there. He saved it.
But again, we're keeping it green. These guys are definitely the ones that are getting caught up in the wrecks now. Are definitely the ones who know how to recover. We'll say that. So Caleb doing pretty good. I mean, he's right behind Cody. But if you look at that bar over there, Burnett is just running away right now. I mean, he's over 2 seconds ahead of second and third right now. It's like that bar is not lying, people. That is exactly, you are seeing what you are seeing.
Henry's on the inside of PJ here.
Oh.
10th place. Oh, Cameron spun.
Yellow flag.
I think his tire finally gave up on him.
Oh, man.
I think Cameron's tires finally said, "We're done, bud." Yep. No, his
That
tires.
seam, too. You cannot touch the seams on this track and give it any kind of throttle.
His
It
tires.
immediately wants to spin.
Yeah, his tires
And that
finally
with
just said,
with
nope.
tires that are worn out is not a good combo.
Luckily, it doesn't look like he took anyone out with him. It was just him. But I can tell you that Cody and Caleb are probably really happy to see that, because Mike was running away from them. So to now have the field get bunched back up, I mean, Thomas obviously is probably glad to see it too, because he's now going to get a chance to get back up there with Mike. But the people between Mike and Thomas, Cody Leach, Caleb, Ben, they all are happy to see that too, because again, they can now actually have a fighting chance to catch Mike and maybe see if they can't get past him on the restart, maybe. Because he was running away with it.
Well, tire management has always been a good way to win this race. I'll never forget back in 2002, and I know that goes back a while. I was at the track. We were watching the Busch North Series, and Brad Layton, driving the Burnham Boilers machine, came in on the last pit stop and took left side tires. Not right, left side tires. He went on to win the race because of that one move. Now, this was prior to them redoing the track and turning it into the progressive banking that we have now. Mm-hmm. But I would really be interested to see some of the tire wear on these cars to see if that type of strategy would actually play into this race.
Oh, and real quick, I'm going to show this. I'm not going to show it on stream, but I'm just going to show it in Discord. This right here is the thing I was talking about, guys. When I said
nice.
That's cool.
Look at the Riz on his face, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the Riz. Come on, Austin. Let's see the Riz.
They can't see the camera on stream anyways, but But yeah, see, it's got the IndyCar in the back, so.
Be
Shoot.
awesome.
Dropped it. But yeah, no. Got that because I did the race. They were like, yeah, here's a coin.
That's actually pretty neat.
All right, now let me get the thing that I usually have up. There we go. Get that back. Oh, God, I just realized we're on lap 107.
On lap 107.
Lap and caution 13.
Cautions.
Well, again, technically, I guess 11.
12. Or 11, I guess.
If you want to count that actual caution that was the stage caution.
I would say 12 because I count that first caution.
That's fair. That's fair.
That end of the stage.
Well, we had a nice green flag run there. Let's see if we can do that again. And if we have a one long stretch of green flag laps, this race is going to be very close to the end.
I would love to see a
Doesn't take long to click off laps here.
No, I mean it's a mile track, so yeah, the laps can definitely
hurt you. Now the thing is we saw.
Yes, Trey, you are reading that right. 12 now 13 cautions.
Yep.
I want to see if everybody in the comments, if you want to see a nice Riz shot of Austin, put a comment down below. Give Austin a like. Let's see him. Let's see a best Riz shot from Austin this week. If we get it in the comments, Austin, you got to come show us your best moves.
Nope.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that one.
Looks
Looks like we're getting ready to go back green, though.
My mom always told me I have the perfect face for radio. Coming out of turn number 4 now, getting ready to go green. Lap 108.
You know what? I'm going to do another crank it up on this because we haven't done one and it might as well, so.
Green, green, green.
Oh, you'll love it. You'll love to hear the revving of those engines as they go flying down that backstretch there.
Seen a couple of guys getting a little loose side by side, going down, battling with each other. They come across, and now all of a sudden we've got Cody Leach and the Uberman fighting back and forth. And, it seems as if the only time people are making really big moves are at the beginning of these green flag runs.
Yeah, I mean, because Caleb was up at the front and second there, and now it looks like he's going to clear Cody almost. Nope, not enough. He almost had him there on the turn, but let me do this real quick here. Let me find the good one. There we go. Oh, he's behind him.
Oh, side by side, just barely, almost has him clear. There he goes. I think that right there would be the best move for Cody Leach. Settle in behind Tipton, just ride it out, be patient, save your equipment to the end of the stage or to the end of this green flag. You want to carry this as late as you can, and then you want to come in and get a fresh set of tires, and hopefully everybody else stays up while you do that. And you know what? You're going to be in pretty decent shape with new tires, I think. Look at the fall off.
Gamble has made his way to 10th place.
Yeah. I did see it showed that.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, we got a wreck in the back.
Yep, we do. And you know what? As I just looked through the field right there, look who is up once again to 6th spot.
Vasquez.
22 and Nic Vasquez. That kid always seems to find a way to get to the front of the pack. And let's see what happened here.
Is this right here, maybe? I don't think it was. I just really know it wasn't then. Is this it? I can't ever find it doesn't show anyone has wrecked, so I'd love to find where this actually was a wreck, like where the wreck was. But it doesn't show anyone making any oh, wait. We have a slow car. This might this be there it is. Okay. I've tried to click the yellow flag thing a couple times and it's never the actual wreck. It's like,
Oh.
Jonathan Leger just kind of came up and came down onto Ryan Taft there.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, he did come down about 2 lanes there on the exit of the turn number 2, and just
I mean,
yeah, Ryan had nowhere to go.
the positive was it was only those two guys. No one else. No one else went into any sort of wrecks there. As you do see, we have a couple cars in the pits there of PJ Cox, Garth Griswold, Jonathan Ryan, obviously, Joe, Alan, Nathaniel. But the other guys that we saw at the front, they're still out. We have Mike, Caleb, Cody. Thomas has moved his way back up there, and so has Zach. But like you said, Nick has as well. Tommy's right behind him.
Look who else has shown up. The number 1 car in 10th spot, Corey Mott, the mighty mustache himself, has made it all the way back. He was caught up in that early kerfluffle, and now he's in the top 10 with a lot of racing to go. He's going to be another one that's going to be throwing some hot wax into this party because look at those guys up there. Every one of those guys in the top 10, good race car drivers.
Yep. We are on lap 115, so we are getting there.
Yeah, I know the 22 car would love to win here, a short track, and that would complete his trifecta of the season. As far as winning on the super speedways, a mid track, and then a short track would be great for him. Gil's been strong the last couple of times we've seen him, and Carroll has, in the past couple of weeks, has improved a lot. He's up there in 7th. He survived a lot of crap today, and he's done what he has to do. So, a couple of new characters in the top 10, but it's pretty much the same company. And the guys just outside the top 10 that are hungry as well.
Thomas Solano, Cameron Romano, Michael
Yeah.
Leach. Papa Mott is actually up in 14th.
Yeah. Papa Mott is a master at survival. He, I think, is in 2nd place in points for the ARCA series, and it's by pure survival. He's been caught up in a couple of wrecks, but he stays out on the track and finishes the race. And other guys quit. Maybe not me. But anyways, he stays out on the track, and he collects every point he can. And he's another patient driver. Obviously, if he's he'll wait to the end of the race. He doesn't care, but his consistently is paying off for him there. And now you see him getting ready to come back up into the top 10 here.
Yeah.
You've seen Corey and Papa Mott back-to-back all day today.
It does look like we have Uberman on the inside on the front row with Cody right behind Mike and Thomas right behind Caleb as we are going to go green here. And we'll see how this restart goes as Mike gets an amazing jump, but so does Cody actually. Well, I say that, but it looks like Caleb was able to possibly clear Cody there a little bit. Yeah, no, he cleared Cody.
He's totally clear.
Looks like Cody might try to go on the inside of him, and we're just going to basically see a repeat of what we've seen these last few laps before the restart, where Caleb's on the outside and Uberman and Cody's on the inside. But it looks like Thomas and Zach are now double file right behind these guys, and Thomas just gave Cody a bit of a bump there.
Yeah, and you know what? Though sent him off into the corner, and I think that
worked out for
a little bit of there it is.
I would like to figure out what happened there, actually, real quick, because that was...
I think the 69 got a little squirrely and came down and just touched the 15 enough to send him.
That's why I wanted to go back and look, because I do think you are right. Yeah, look, you got a little squirrely there, and yep.
Yeah, got a little squirrely. I hate to see it for the 15, but I also hate to see it for the 69. Totally...
It doesn't look like...
unintentional.
I don't... Oh, well, I said that did not cause a caution. This is what caused the caution, though. Looks like someone was popping Mott, but the thing with Caleb, that did not cause a caution. So...
Wait, did Papa Mott just get involved in something?
Nope. Just got himself loose, looks like, and didn't take anyone with him, looks like. He just.
But I was just talking about him. Once again,
Potato
the curse. The curse of the announcer.
Hayden, you will learn that, it's definitely.
Bad. I didn't know it was this bad.
I was
I
just
gotta-
talking about.
Did you guys talk about me before we started? Did you
No.
talk about me and Austin?
No. But it is also the reason why we know it's so bad is because we did have a bit of the beginning of the season where we were always talking about Caleb a lot, and he just always would have bad races. Then we kind of started mentioning him less, but like call him by the 69 or call him by Uberman or just anything else to be trying to be a little more like vague, and it's been like turning around. So it's like now, granted, we've been talking about it again a lot more, but has it went back to bad for him? No. So
Not yet.
you shut up.
Oh, we don't talk about Mr. Higginbotham because his name is too hard to pronounce. That's why.
But
That I completely understand.
it looks like
what is your middle name?
Drew. My middle name's Drew.
Drew.
But the last name's German. So that's why it's all weird.
Okay.
Having to learn that growing up was
So pronounce your full name.
My name's Hayden Drew Higginbotham.
There you go.
Hayden Drew Higginbotham. We got the best ice cream you're gonna enjoy.
I know, do I sound that bad? I mean, I've been told my accent's pretty bad, but good lord.
Hey man, I'm from Boston. I don't.
Oh yeah,
know
then you have no room to talk with a Boston accent.
It's like he has no room.
No room with a Boston accent. That's how it was like when I went up to Philadelphia for a Dodgers Phillies game. They looked at me like I was crazy when I spoke. Like they had never heard manners before.
I had to testify in court one time. The judge asked for an interpreter. Yeah. But we're finally starting to see some laps click off. We are 15
cautions deep
into this one. But you know what? I'm going to cut these boys some slack because we've seen them go to some extremely difficult tracks that you would think were going to have caution after caution after caution.
This is worse than Darlington was.
Yeah, Darlington.
Darlington was a good race. That was a good race.
And so was in Talladega, I believe it was. Right, Austin was pretty clean.
I mean, Talladega is going to be clean, dirty. Either way, it's still going to be a good race because it's Talladega. So
love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, but we I think it was at Bristol as well. We had long green runs at Bristol.
I believe so.
I think Dover was pretty good too.
Yeah, so you have these tracks that are very difficult that these guys step up to, and there aren't any cautions. And then you come here to New Hampshire, and people forget. They call it the Monster Mile for a reason. So, this isn't an easy track to drive.
Is that why?
Caleb got an end of line penalty.
What? Oh, for
a bad choose. I think it was a bad choose. Oh.
A bad choose?
Yeah, if you choose, let's see.
Well,
if
I know.
If you choose too late, then
yeah, but
I think that's what happened.
Let me go live real quick and then go back because I want to see. I'm curious. So, because we had our choose, but I want to know, was it really a bad?
Maybe he chose too late. Oh yeah, he's riding right in the middle. Yep. Gordon yelled at us about that. The last race I was in, not Iowa, but Gateway, I think.
And Gordon the Warden does not.
Oh yeah, no, that That is, I mean, well, thing is, I guess in his mind, I think I see what he probably thought, which was the fact that Mike and Thomas were on the outside there. So he probably assumed, with them being as high as they were, that he thought that that was a good enough, like,
Yeah.
Green, green, green.
a
And
good
they're
enough.
green.
I completely agree with you, Austin, but I will say that
Yeah, no, I'm not going to disagree.
they are extremely clear at the beginning of every race with the choose
Yeah,
code.
definitely.
Oh, I know.
Make sure you make your choice, your decision obvious. So it's a tough call, but we're going green again.
I mean, but I wouldn't count Caleb out. I mean, with how much everyone else is seeming to want to wreck, I mean, he'll probably find his way back to the front.
No, he will. He'll be back up front. He's hungry now. So
Well, and again, also, just with how many wrecks we've been having, he's probably going to just move up to the front off of sheer, attrition and everything. So,
well, you just jinxed it back. We're going to go green right to the end now.
no.
Burnett in the 39 car once again leading the race. How many? I think the only other car that's led more laps than Burnett is the pace car tonight.
Oh, Cody just spun and collected the 57.
Oh, come on. Get me. Why you think? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to click on Cody in my events thing. And it wants to keep giving me everyone else but Cody. There we go.
Like he just standing in there a little too hard, locked it up, and hey.
Oh, I am not talking about anybody for the rest of the night.
Oh, and looks like Stewart got in that one and collected. It looks like Jonathan.
Yeah.
I am not talking
And there's
about
Vince as
anybody
well.
for the rest of the night.
And there's Vince as well. It seems like more so it's not a commentator's curse, but a Bill curse. I mean, I hate to say that, but that's what it seems like. It's a Bill curse and less of a commentator curse. But I mean, hey, this is no Bristol dirt. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, this race is good.
And what did I tell you guys? What did I say?
Maybe not this one right now.
What did I say? Look at that. He's already back in the top 9 because everyone else just went into pits. Now, is that good? Oh! Jesus, Steven.
Oh, my. What just happened?
No, sorry, Jesus, Stewart. What was that? I mean, we're pacing and just something happened with Stewart. I don't know if his car just
Oh.
I wonder if his wheel broke. Something happened
his
with his
wheel must have disconnected or something.
Because that was just out of nowhere, just the wall. And now he's in pits.
And then he disconnected. So I'm wondering if his wheel failed. I've been through that. That happened to me in the truck series at North Wilkesboro. I started in the back, made it all the way up to the top 6, and my wheel died, turned me right into the wall, just like that.
I mean, you hate to see that for him because he obviously just now was coming back for the first time. Like this is his first week back after the suspension. So,
And look, our top 10 is really just completely changed.
The one thing I will wonder though is, even though yes he is up here, I mean Caleb pitted back on lap 92. Grant, we have again had a lot of cautions, so I think what Caleb is doing is I think he's just repeating what he did before the second stage ended, which was just staying out here because there haven't been that many. Well, no, there's been a lot more cautions. Well, maybe not as many as the first half, I guess, before he pit, but I mean, still probably enough that he can probably safely stay out without worrying too much, I would think.
Definitely. But we definitely had our top 10 shuffle through those pit stops.
Yeah, let me see. We have Volano up in the front with Phillips next to him. Cameron Romano and Nathaniel Campbell, two fellow, broadcasting guys. Mr. Nathaniel, obviously the one that does, I believe it's the Nextel and the Arca.
I think so.
Then Cameron obviously was up here in the booth with us. We wanted to take a bit of a break from being down on the track. And then right behind them is Garth. And then that other guy that we were talking about, Mr. PJ Cox, he's up there. And then there's Mr. Uberman, Henry Kaloff, Cody, and Joe.
Cody, after that spin, is up there in ninth.
I am going to do a little bit of digging after we get this restart here because I want to see about that PJ Cox and see if I can't figure out more about him.
I feel like he raced over. I really want to say.
I'm going to do a bit of some digging. Well,
We are back green. Looks like the inside line stacked up a little bit there.
Oh, that was Karen. Well, hit the wrong button. Thomas. Oh no, Thomas is not.
Looks like Zack got loose.
Oh, did Zack get loose? Where'd he go?
I mean, he's fine. He saved it.
Oh, he's back.
He just got a little loose off the exit.
There we go. Leave that camera angle as is, so I can.
Oh, looks like Ryan Taft just ran into the wall there. Looks like he got it off the wall though.
We're seeing a lot of. We got a giant pack back here. Holy cow! Look at this.
Oh, we got Corey going on the inside and Nick here.
We got 3 wide right now with Caleb on the outside.
Caleb on the top.
And Corey
Still 3 wide. Corey's still on the inside. All right, it looks like Corey backed off. Now, somebody locked it up back there.
I'm not seeing anything yet, but yeah, they are definitely very bunched up. I mean, Caleb's falling back a bit, but it doesn't look like he's putting himself out of the count yet. He's trying to get back up there. I mean, regardless, he has had a good race so far with the fact that he got 2 top 3 stage finishes. So, I mean, he's definitely leaving this race with a good amount of points regardless.
Definitely.
These guys are all over the place coming out of turn.
They really are.
And, they're just taking it easy. They're just driving so hard. There's still 60 laps to go.
So it looks like Mr. PJ Cox has done 2 races with us, at least in Cup, which is Darlington and Gateway.
Huh.
Well,
He started.
Like he's been a veteran for a while. Right now.
He finished in 22nd and 23rd.
And look who's behind him, Mr. Kalhoff. We haven't said his name all night. It's good to see him up front for a change.
Yeah.
He's had some bad luck getting caught up in other people's messes in other races, but so far he's surviving this this yellow flag with some portions of green flag in it race.
that's one.
A little bit of eye pacing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we came to New Hampshire today. We saw a parade, and it had a couple of green flags in it. It was amazing.
Yep.
And Wolf back in 6th place. He's working his way back up. Campbell in 5th. That 34 car. This is the 2nd time tonight he's been in the front. And look at who's behind him, the 55 car. After taking his break again. He's doing pretty well. Both of those guys.
Oh, a little bit of contact. Cody's towards the inside wall.
There goes Cody.
Oh.
Well, I guess we are. Oh yeah, he's fine. All right, so no caution. Right. We're fine then, I guess. Apparently.
Well, if I was those guys in the front and I just mentioned their names, I apologize.
I'd be worried.
Because I would be worried right about now.
How dare you mention their name?
I already named the number 1 car. I'm going to get fired from the booth.
It's kind of calmed down right now.
Mike's looking for the lead now.
I'm having a little bit of issue right now. We have some thunderstorms in the area, so if I get disconnected, it's probably a win-win for you guys. But
A win-win for the drivers, I would say at that point.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about you saying anybody's name.
no, and those guys in the top four right there, running side by side, running really hard. It's great racing right now, but there's still 60 laps to go in this thing, and I don't know if I'm going to start pushing it yet. I'm hoping to get a caution around lap 25-ish so I can come in and get some 4 fresh new tires.
Mike's gonna clear him off the corner. Looks like he is.
He's
Now,
going
Thomas
to get him
is
right
Oh!
Thomas
Yeah.
is on the inside of him.
Karen went a little.
Oh! Thomas just spun. Thomas just spun Thomas.
Thomas just spun Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas was on the inside. Caution's out. I don't know what happened there, but he definitely spun him.
Oh, boy.
Trying to see if I can get the right there. Okay.
Oh, that's on Thomas Wolf there. Quarter paneled him.
And yeah. Oh, he almost
Definitely got a little bit of air there.
He about almost did a flip there. Luckily, with the way the next gens are built, that thing was held down to the ground.
Unless you're Chris Buescher at the Coke 600. I witnessed that in person.
I think you might see Mr. Wolf getting an EOL on that
Yeah,
one.
I think so.
Yeah, he's
will,
not feeling too good right now.
Well, now
You
was
know
that
he
was
didn't
that his was that his? Oh wait, yeah, no, the first one is an UL. Duh. I was like, was that his first time? But never mind, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was a tough break. He didn't mean it, but yeah, he's gonna.
Wonder if did Garth enter the pits weird? Is that probably why? No. Yeah, he probably entered the pits weird. Looks like because he got a black flag, but I'm assuming it's probably because he entered the pits weird. So. Do some checking here.
Has he been?
I mean, so we would see it pop up as a notification. I haven't seen it yet.
Really?
See, we have a thing where I got it set up with Gordon where when he uses his iRace control program and he does like an EOL or anything like that, it pops up as an alert towards the bottom of the broadcast. You can see it when you look at the camera that I obviously have where I'm showing what basically the stream sees. So when Gordon makes any of those type of like calls like that, it will pop up. Now, granted, it also does show when the auto ones happen. I believe it shows those as well. Sadly, I think because I think like. Let's see what I was looking for. Oh well. We're not seeing any EOL yet. So maybe he won't get one, but Caleb is definitely sitting in the middle of a pack of cars that have all pitted a lot more recently than him. Is everyone around him is either pitted on lap 127 or 113, and he's sitting here having pitted on lap 92. We'll see how that plays out for him, though.
Well, he has a lot more experience, I think, than some of those guys up front that are around him. So I think that's going to play a little part of it, too. But those other cars have been very fast as well. I'm not going to say anything about anybody. I'm just going to be very vague on who I'm talking about because I don't want to jinx anything else.
No, who are you talking about? Can you say their name?
He's
Hayden.
He's already out. What do you mean?
Hey, you can't say my name. I'm long gone.
Actually, that would hurt my Boston accent tongue if I tried to say that name.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, I don't believe.
Oh, I guess he's not getting the OL for that.
Wow.
I think if Caleb gets one for that, for his shoes, then I think that should have been, in my opinion.
But remember, I don't. But we don't know. Have we gotten confirmation that Gordon was bringing back the IC thing mid race, or no?
I don't know. He's been giving some people EOLs, I thought.
Well, regardless,
we're back green.
Caleb got a really good start, and he's all the way up in third now, right side by side with Caleb Nathaniel Campbell. Words.
Okay.
Wow, look at that. He's actually, man, he may be on those slightly older tires, but he's got the setup that just runs. I mean, he almost cleared Nathaniel Campbell there, it looked like. Never mind, he did
the
clear
wall on exit.
Yeah, but he still cleared him.
Got a little bit of help from the wall.
I would say, yeah, that was probably more help, if anything, at this point, since he's still ahead of them. Now, obviously, Thomas and Mike, they're gonna slowly get away from Caleb, but I mean, Caleb doesn't look like he's going down without a fight. You can see he's just kind of holding his own right now. Let me go ahead and do this now that we're back in the go here. For hopefully some green flag laps. Oh, it's Cody Leach.
Oh, Cody Leach, he saved it.
Wow.
Saved it enough.
Oh, he's still losing it.
Oh, don't get back on the track. Don't get back on the track. Okay, we're good. Okay. I was like, okay, Cody, be careful. You don't want to cause a caution. But he got back on the track after he was already going fast enough to not cause the caution, so that's good.
Mike and Thomas are 2/10 faster than Caleb that last lap.
So yeah, if we pull up the lap time history here, and go Caleb. Nope, I did that the wrong way. Let me do it this way. There we go. You can see, yeah, that Caleb is definitely putting down slightly slower times. There's Thomas's times are slightly faster there. But let me. Where do I want? What do I want to find? Ah, yes, this. The good old battle box, the trusty battle box, that shows that Caleb is 2 seconds behind Thomas. Almost 2 seconds. Well, second and a half, I should say. Sorry, got that incorrect.
Looks like Mike's starting to pull away from Thomas a little bit too now.
He's just a little over half a second ahead. Just a little. But I mean, I would think also Caleb probably, even though he does want to win, I don't believe has Caleb gotten a podium outside of the duels?
That one I have no idea.
That one I will have to do some digging on.
I have to do my research next time.
I believe we spoke to him the other day. He was a podium finisher, and was it last week, the last race?
Well, I thought we just talked to him because did he? Oh, no. I think we just talked to him because of the fact that how he had a lot on the line and could have won it if he didn't have the stuff that happened to him.
Well, I think he finished fourth.
It's showing him. It's showing him as finishing 8th at Iowa. He finished 5th at Sonoma, but 8th at Iowa. And he has had a couple top threes actually at North Wilkesboro and Darlington actually. So
Yeah, I knew we talked to him somewhere.
I just couldn't remember because I was gonna be like, oh, he's probably still happy to have a top 3, but I mean,
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, we got a caution.
is it this?
You got a car up into the wall right there. Oh,
I think it's because Ryan just lost right there.
Hmm.
Well, I don't think. Well, there's no way it was that though, was it? It might have been. I mean, he was spinning out right here. So maybe when he was like this, obviously, and going backwards, maybe that's what caused the yellow flag. Yeah, that's kind of slow enough that probably was what caused it. But well, Caleb's finally going in for those tires. Guess he finally realized he needed to go and hit the old pit lane. That's going to obviously throw him kind of back a bit, but again, I don't think we can count him out. He's got fresh tires now, so I feel like that's going to give him even more reason to be moving back up towards the front. But we do have Mike, Thomas, and Zach currently holding down the top 3, but Nic Vasquez is right there in P4.
'18th caution of the race. I think this is the most we've had all year, correct?
You know, I'm not sure. We can verify that. We can verify how many.
You can tell everybody's getting tired. It's getting quiet in the
Let's
booth.
see. So.
We've got Mike Burnett, Mr. Wolf,
Wait,
and
there's no
Saunders, and
way.
once again, the 22 car.
Did we really have that many cautions at Martinsville? There's no way.
I did not do Martinsville on purpose.
How many cautions was
I
Martinsville?
thought it was like 23 or something. I think I watched it.
Well, we're on pace right now.
Well,
Yeah,
then
sadly.
Let me check this thing because I was trying to check something. Well, because it says right here, it says on Sim Racer Hub, it says 42. That's why I was like, wait a minute here.
Maybe that was caution laps.
No,
Well, the pace car is going to gain 42 points in this race.
because when I
Well, we're getting ready to go green again. They just took the twos cone coming off. Just look for the pace car to dive down, and we're going to be going again.
no, it says right here
For
42
another
cautions.
42?
That's what Sim Racer Hub is showing for Martinsville.
Good God.
No way.
That's what.
Green flag.
That's what.
We're
that's-
agreeing.
I'm gonna verify this with
I don't think
iRacing,
so.
but I'm saying I'm gonna verify this with iRacing, but like that's what it says on Sim Racer Hub.
That's insane.
But
Oh, Corey hit the wall there.
Oh,
He saved it.
we just went full wide in the back there by drivers I'm not going to name, but you see this pack out front, and whoa, you got a little bit of. It's a little close right now. There's still 40 laps to go. Now, 40 laps to go. How hard are you guys racing? Are you still saving for a little bit, or are you going for it?
I think the foot's on the gas pedal a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I just saw some tire smoke going into turn one. Still no caution. They're heading down the back straightaway. Everybody's starting to get grills to gas holes as they turn into turn number 3. We're starting to see a little bit of cars in the back going 2 by 2, but it's not really going to work out as well as they.
Oh, the 77 just bumped the 96.
Oh, they're 4 wide in the back.
Jesus.
Hold your breath. Lord Almighty, this is going to be some crushed feelings. You keep going full wide, going to the corners like that at New Hampshire. But this top 7 really has really starting to stretch out a little bit. And some usual names, some not so usual names we see.
Oh, we got a spin in the back. The 96 just spun on the front stretch.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think. Yep. Here it is. Then.
Just for the record, I did not mention the 96.
I was like, yeah, you didn't.
Oh.
No, you didn't say anything that time. Looks like the Ben Lawson was in that one.
So yeah, you did not mention Vince's name, so that was not on Vin. That was not on you.
That one not on you. You're in the clear.
So you are clear on that one.
I want a receipt just in case heaven's like the IRS.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, you did not. Okay, so I think SimRacer Hub lied because
I hope so.
it looks like, according to iRacing, I think I found the same session results. And it says 30 cautions.
Well, that's not great still.
But it is also Martinsville. Which I'm sad to say sounds about on par for Martinsville. I don't like to say that that's on par for Martinsville.
But that's what we expected out of Bristol. We expected a ton of cautions coming out of there, and it turned out to be a rather clean race. And
it was still 23 cautions.
Yeah, these guys here, they want to keep going. They're tired of these caution flags, and
I'm sure.
we're getting a close in on 3 hours for this race. Over 2 hours now, correct?
Yeah, just it says 2 hours and 6 minutes according to my SDK gaming.
Yeah, so that's a long time to be doing this. You know, it's tough on your eyes. Some of these guys with the VR system, man, I saw that the other day. Got some tips. I ordered my prescription little inserts, and I could try VR.
I need to get some prescription inserts for mine. Honestly,
I've never tried. I have the VR, but I've never tried it.
I've tried it before. It's not bad. It's actually nice. So,
I think it was Gordon. I was watching Gordon, and he was on there. Said he got a much better feel for the car, and it was pretty awesome to watch. I like it, so I think I'm going to try it.
See, I just need to get some prescription lenses for mine, honestly. Because that's the one thing that's not fun is having glasses in there. So, not because like the whole scratching it up thing, but just because it's just not comfortable with glasses. So, but the same top fours we saw before though. But look, there's a Mr. Griswold.
And that 00, I'm telling you, that 00 has been lucky number this past week up here in the Northeast.
Mentioned it.
Well, I say you mentioned it.
Oh, man.
Sorry in advance.
Oh.
We figured out that it's the curse on you, not the curse on us.
I
Apparently,
know it's not us.
That's what I've noticed. At least this race.
That's what we're telling ourselves.
Is that it feels like every time that you've mentioned someone. Great, I know I mentioned him too, but it almost feels like once you mention him, Bill, that's whenever like it's like, well, sorry about your race.
Yeah, and I even brought up Gordon the Warden because he's not in the race to get off of talking about drivers, and I went right back into it.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, we are green.
here we go. Let's see what happens. And one of the cars got a pretty good jump there.
One of them did indeed.
The 39 did, and looks like Thomas and Zach are side by side there.
Oh no, we got.
Oh, we got
Caleb
some.
might have touched. Not sure who that is up there. Maybe Cody.
Got some squirreliness happening, but they're going kind of single file up there in the front, as you can see. And Nick is right on Zach's bumper there. We're getting a little all over the place, but they're mostly single file right now, it looks like. Let's kind of jump back a little bit farther, as we do have, looks like, Garth right there, and looks like Cody Leach is trying to pass Caleb, possibly here. Let me jump back to them. They're going side by side right now. Whoa!
That was
just
close.
going to go ahead and slide himself right behind Cody at this point. Play the safe game rather than the push too hard game. Let Cody burn his stuff up. Let Cody get the, burn through his fuel, all that, while Caleb can just kind of sit behind him at this point and just make a pass if the time comes there. But if it doesn't, otherwise, he is just going to kind of, looks like, I assume, just kind of ride. I mean, you kind of can't ride, though, because we are getting to lap 170.
Now.
But
Not now. You got to go now.
I mean, he did pit back on lap what was that, 155. I had to.
Got Thomas on the bumper of Corey. They let off.
Well, I'm out here in my man shed, and I'm looking up my screen door, and I see my nice little black and white cat. And then I realized that I don't have a black and white cat. So I just shut the door very quietly, and I'm staying inside for right now.
Oh, Corey just moved to 55, and then Thomas got collected. Looks like they're all wrecking on the backstretch. Thomas Villano's around.
See, this is Milan, I believe, right here. Oh!
Looks like Corey just kind of shoved, not sure who that was, out of the way, and Thomas had nowhere to go.
Let's go back and
I
look.
believe that was the 56.
Where's Mr. Corey? I believe that was the 56. He just
Kind of pushes him through the corner. Kept pushing him.
Oh, that is not the angle I wanted. There we go. And then he just gone.
Keeps pushing him and pushing him and pushing him. Can we get an onboard? Can we get in the cockpit view?
Of Corey?
Yeah.
Yep, let me back up a bit here, and then I know I have. There we go. I was like, I know I have.
I just wonder, did he check up? Like, I know he got a little loose, but still in the gas.
Doesn't even look like.
It didn't really look like he lifted, honestly.
I mean, because the thing is, you can see right here. Here you can tell he lifts because look, he
drops down between like 5,400
and also the speed. Obviously, that bar drops. But when you look at that, where he hit the 56 there,
it is the 56,
which is Tommy Carroll Jr.
Tommy Carroll Jr.
You can watch.
It kind of just seemed like he just kind of flat-footed it. I mean, maybe not all the way, but He's back on the throttle, still on the throttle, off it, then back on it, and then off. I mean, I don't know. Usually when you bump somebody, you kind of just let off. I mean, I don't know.
He coasted, but the thing is, it's like he also did give a bit of gas, so it's like,
Yeah. But we move on.
I can tell you, these three guys at the front are very happy about all this, even though they want the cautions to happen. But they're probably actually no, they're not probably happy to have the cautions now that I think about it, because if you're leading the race and you're getting away from the rest of the pack, you definitely do not want the cautions to happen. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Caleb's happy to have them because it gives him a chance to move up even more now. That is for sure. Yeah, you can tell we're all
Oh,
it's
tired.
It's
getting there. It's been a long one.
Yeah, welcome to how we've felt during a lot of the long races you guys had.
I honestly feel like up here is a little bit better than pacing down there. But like Nextel is fun because there's no stage breaks. Those are a lot of fun.
But it's still a bit. It's still obviously slightly tiring up here, just because we have to obviously be talking about the race the whole time and everything. So it's a little tiring on that front,
Yeah, definitely. Are you gonna do the ARCA race on Sunday?
Well, it depends on what track is in Trucks and Official, and also in Next Gen, because I'm trying
Next week is Nashville. This week's Nashville.
Let's say it was like, what you mean? I know for a fact that it's not next week. Like,
no.
It's Chicagoland for trucks. Oh, as we go green.
Is it green? I'll be running that. That'll be fun.
I need to. So, it is Nashville for Cup though. Yes.
Oh, Nic Vasquez looks like he overshot the corner a little bit and ran Thomas up the track.
Oh.
I'm not talking about anybody.
You're like, I'm just going to be a silent broadcaster.
Oh, we're 3 wide. Zach got a little loose on the bottom. The 56 got loose.
That's going to be a caution.
Big wreck in the
That's
back.
going to be a caution. Yeah, no, that was going to be a caution. I saw cars bouncing like that was.
It looked like Corey went up in the air. At least the front end.
Corey in the 55 looking like this is Eldurant going around those corners.
Oh.
Drifting.
Oh.
And just a parking lot. You see Thomas Villano snuck right through there.
Wow.
Might want to see his on board. That'd be cool to see.
Mr. Villano?
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, actually, no, not backing up. Right? Yeah, right here. This is good enough, because that's where they start drifting.
This has been a frustrating night for that number 1 car.
Well, I mean, like I said
earlier
in the race, for Corey, I mean, yes, he obviously doesn't want to have a bad race, but he has the win locked in, which means he's in the playoffs. I mean, again, at this point, he does still want playoff points, but at least he knows he's in the playoffs. That, obviously, and I'm sure you could talk to this as well, Hayden. Obviously, yeah, if you're someone who has a win and knows you're in the playoffs, I'm sure that makes these races a little less stressful. I mean, obviously, you still want to get points.
It definitely takes the stress off, but you still want to run well, especially
exactly. But at least
having a race like this, it's still pretty demoralizing getting thrown around the track.
It takes off the pressure of the whole trying to not or the whole pressure of whether you'll be in the playoffs or not. That pressure, it takes that off your shoulders because if you have that win.
I'm not the biggest fan of the way the playoffs is now because I feel like we saw it like last weekend with Michael McDowell. Like they're all trying to get that one win so they can be locked in, and they do desperate things. And you never know what could happen here. I haven't seen anybody do anything like too terrible, but
I think
that I feel like that one win like that you could get locked in the playoffs with makes people do like something they might not ordinarily do.
I think Deej said in the chat to check from his point of view. I'm trying to go back and see, but I wanted to try and just rewind, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to rewind fast enough here. I don't think I will. So
they're not choosing yet. They haven't even chose yet, so I think you're all right.
I just didn't want to try and jump. I was just going to try and rewind back because Deech said in the chat to check from his point of view, which means he wants us to probably go into the cockpit on this one.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's see it. And they're choosing right. No, they're not choosing yet.
Oh.
Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, they are.
What did he see? Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow! Oh, wow. He about saw death and then just...
That was awesome.
He saw death and then nothing. He's fine.
That's when you just close your eyes and hope for the best.
Okay, yep.
You
pray. What did that one ARCA driver say? He said, I'm not lifting until I see God in the chicken leg. Yep. You just got to hold the gas through that one.
It looks like, let's see.
21st caution.
So next week in Trucks is Mid Ohio, but next week in Cup is Chicago Street Course.
Oh, Mid Ohio, good lord!
So yeah, we got Mid Ohio, and then in Cups we have Chicago Street Course.
Wow, that's
it's like road course week.
Just a boatload of fun.
Oh, I know. You
Where are we at for next? Next we got Richmond.
See, but for us, obviously in the league, we have Nashville. So
yeah, Nashville will be fun. I really enjoy Nashville.
And here we go off the front and back. You get the leader busting off. Great start by the leader. Coming out of turn 2. They're heading down the back straight. We're going to see if these guys are going to pan out and go single file again. Or is this the time where everybody's starting to step on the gas and go? What do you guys think? Are they going now?
I mean, we got 20 laps to go. These guys
I think it's
definitely
time to go.
Yeah,
I think it's definitely time to go.
Oh, Thomas smacking the wall hard there. Mr.
I didn't
Vaughn.
mention Thomas.
Yeah, so
is
Mr.
anybody going to
Vaughn.
be able to catch the 39?
I don't know. I mean,
it seems like every run he gets a good restart and he just starts to take off.
I think at this point, all Caleb's going to want to do is he's just going to want to hope someone in front of him messes up, or that he can get the run, and that he can maybe get up there because he's in P6 right now. Still a respectable finish with the 2 top 3, stage points. But, obviously, he's not going to settle for 6th unless he absolutely thinks he's not going to be able to make it up any farther.
You got Thomas fighting on the outside of Nic Vasquez here. Ooh, came a little close to the wall there. Thomas is really pushing on the outside of Nick.
But Nick got past him.
He's going to fall back in line.
Looks like Caleb might be trying. Never mind.
Now he's going to try it on the inside.
Oh!
Oh, he wrecked him!
That was.
He wrecked him!
That was.
That's the second time.
That was definitely.
That was worse than the first one.
That was definitely. I mean, I hate to say it. Obviously, knowing how Thomas is, someone I know a lot more personal than obviously some of the other people because he's a teammate and everything. But
you know what? That is the exact same spot, pretty much, and same scenario as last time. Correct?
Where he was on the inside.
Yeah, he was trying to side draft somebody and too close and turned him. Second time today.
Oh,
I mean, obviously we know that he does not mean to do that. It's just bad.
I mean, after it happened the first time, it's gotta be at least in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like that is the only thing that caused that caution. So, I mean,
I didn't mean to have 3 bears, and I had the 4th one only because I felt guilty about the first 2. That's what that was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
I feel guilty, but I'm in the front.
I'm seeing. I don't know if this just happened, but I'm seeing that the driver chat got disabled.
Yeah, when Nick got turned,
Oh yeah.
he said some things as he was turning to the inside wall.
That's
Things that can't be repeated.
That's very. I mean, I hate to say it, but
I definitely think it's a valid reaction.
I mean, yes, but also that's very Nick.
Not to necessarily the degree, but you know. In the moment, you're gonna be upset.
Yeah, but again, also like I said, that's very Nick, though. I mean, nothing against the man. I'm just saying it's very.
Nic Vasquez is he's a good kid. He means well.
But he's
he is kind of the Kyle Busch sometimes.
He's
and you know what? Thrives on that. So
hey, I mean, as long as we don't catch some people getting punched back behind the haulers after a race, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. And these guys are going to yell at each other in the chat room later, and that's going to be.
Oh, it's definitely going to be World War III in the chat.
Well, you know what I'm referencing as well, because I mean, you mentioned Kyle Busch. It's like the whole thing where he got absolutely uppercutted by Ricky after the race, after the All-Star
I will
race.
say, KB did get his lick in with Stenhouse's dad.
Yes,
Stenhouse's dad did catch one.
Did he need to though? I don't know. I don't think
it was that same bodyguard that broke up Noah and Ross Chastain. It was that same big dude. Sorry. Hey, I've gone 3 hours without messing up. I said one, my bad.
There's no one's gonna come right over here and be like, "Why'd you say?" Like, no, we're not. Right.
Yes, we are. Don't tell them that.
You don't have any nerve to talk about talking.
Race.
Chill.
This is my first and last time in the booth. I'm done.
I'm gonna. While we're under caution, I'm gonna go grab a water and check to see if my cat is gone.
Well, we do have. I do wonder. I'm trying to look because I didn't see anything pop up, so I'm trying to look and see. It looks like.
Still not giving an EOL for that one. I guess we're not doing it.
I'm loving how I think we're seeing some people make fun of someone. I'm assuming making fun of Nic Vasquez.
That's what it looks like.
Because I'm seeing some stuff that I showed momentarily there on the stream while looking at the.
It was quick. It was a very quick glance.
But I did see some words being said. So
there was some things.
Interesting.
Interesting to say the least.
Very on par for MCL.
All right, no lie, that's for sure. We're getting ready to go back green. 12 to go when they cross the stripe.
Green flag, green flag.
We are going green, and it looks like Cody got a really good jump there. He's on the inside there of Thomas. I mean, again, I know obviously Thomas is a teammate of mine and everything, but I would say anyone who's around Thomas right now
I'd be
better be very scared.
Might have a bulldozer on the front.
Oh!
That Chevy. And we got another one.
Oh!
That was in the back.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing.
Oh,
names.
The 5 just spun. Did he save it? This 5 just spun under caution.
So it looks like it kind of started actually up there. Who is that? It was Corey and someone else. I saw Corey, and that was actually the 35, maybe? So they have right here where they're going slightly 3 wide. Cameron came down, sent Corey to the 35. 35 went sideways. And then, where's the 35? We have Henry Caloff.
Corey is just not having a good
And
race.
then Jonathan Leger was having problems. And then we have a couple other people basically just wrecking as well as a result.
Like the 96 got into that one too. I think that's his number.
Yeah, Vince. Yeah, no, so it looks like he just got in a bad case of... Oh, yeah. No,
Wrong place, wrong time.
Right there. Seconds before disaster. Just seconds before disaster. Boom. But I believe those are the only guys that got caught, it looks like, so... Well, I mean, hey, I will say this. Caleb is holding his position. He has not really moved up or down from 6th, but he is at least holding. Yes, I know we don't have ICs this week, but just like... I was wondering with how much stuff we've had, if it felt like, you know, he was going to implement it again, but I think Gordon said he was still going to be keeping track, so I wouldn't be surprised if some people...
He's probably run out of pen and paper by now.
Yeah. And we're going to see, obviously, some stuff... some people might get some post-race things happening. I'd love to see how many suspensions we get after this race. Especially if it's going to be some heavy hitters, too. That's the other thing as well.
Yeah, we know Thomas is possibly 2.
And do we know how many he had before this?
That I have no idea.
I'm gonna look and see, because I know that usually we try to keep a running total. Maybe. So let's see. Same as last week.
There we go, boys. I was doing a little bit of investigating, going around, seeing what people are saying and everything, and we're all good. We're all happy. One big happy family, and we're getting ready to go grades the last week.
So if the IC counts are the same as of May 15th, which I doubt they are, but if they are the same as then, that would have put Thomas with 1. But I mean, they drop off after 3 races, so Thomas might just barely make it safely through.
Race isn't over yet.
I know. I'm just like, it takes 4 to obviously get.
That, but
we're getting ready to go back green.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You know what I mean? It's something's got to be done about that. That was a little bit too. And I feel bad saying that, but it happens.
Yes, it is indeed Hayden Higginbotham, because he had a bit of a early race problem happen, and so
we got immediately taken out.
We pulled him up here with us.
What are you doing?
Oh wow, we got some squirreliness happening, but looks like Cody's trying to follow Mike as much as he can there, and I'm seeing Zach on the inside of Thomas and Caleb on the inside of Ray. Looks like we got some double file action here, and we'll see. Oh God, Caleb got really close there.
Loose there.
Oh,
Caleb got loose again. He's overcorrected it.
Oh, but he saved it. No caution. No caution. Okay. He's fine.
And then a 5 to go.
Well,
I mean,
that's like a nervous father right now, Austin. You know why?
I mean, that's not good for him, obviously, because he just lost positions, but he didn't wreck. That's the positive, I guess.
Yeah, but look who's in the number 2 spot. The one guy I pull for every week, the one guy I've been waiting to break out. Here he is in second place
on my
with
screen
5
too.
left to go.
Am I the only one who just lost all the cars?
They disappeared for me for a second, but they're back now.
Air. Oh, wait. That was okay. We're good. That was really weird, guys. I had some.
Looks like Thomas is
we're losing
in
people.
and out.
We're losing people. lost Thomas,
They are.
lost
A bunch
Allen,
of people are.
lost Tommy,
What's going on?
lost Ray.
Boy, man.
We're
Well,
losing people to download packet loss.
Coming to the 2 to go.
Oh, Thomas is not going to be happy about that. I'll tell you that now.
No, he just got kicked right out.
But we also lost Tommy, Ray, and Allen, so...
Zack
Interesting.
Saunders all over the back bumper of the 15 car. 15 car needs to step it up a little bit if he wants any chance. We got 2 laps to go this time by. He needs to pray for a miracle.
I mean, his only other miracle would be if the people in front of him get hit with the same thing that just happened to 4 of the racers, actually.
Well, it's typical of wacky New Hampshire, that's for sure. 1 lap to go. Here's your battle right here for second between the 15 and the 91.
Flag.
White flag, white flag.
This race is finally over, folks.
Finally going to be over.
24 caution flags, but it's all right.
2.5 hours.
Here it goes. See if the 91 can get a run off the corner here.
Looks like he's diving on the inside here.
He's looking. Is he going to dive bomb?
How desperate does he get? Does he bump him?
Oh, come on. Does he get
There they
it?
come.
Oh, it's going to be a photo finish. That's going to be a photo finish right there.
Coming to the stripe. And
He's got
Cody
it.
gets him.
Yep, Cody got it.
him.
I mean, I'd love to know how close that was, though, actually.
That was close, but I tell you what, those 2 guys right now.
I mean, look at that.
It was 300ths of a second.
Because that gap should be correct, which means, it was 300ths of a second that they were off.
Yeah, those 2 guys right there just had a great run. That last couple of races, neither one of them wrecked. And you know what? I bet you both of those guys are very happy with that finish. Good points night for Cody Leach. Huge point night for him, and he needed it.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, Zack Saunders took 3rd there. And then looks like Nic Vasquez got 4th. Garth Griswold took 5th. Joe Wright 6th. Karen Romano 7th. Followed by Nathaniel Campbell, Michael Deach, and Thomas Villano there, rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, and the survivor, Jim Mott, always finishes the race no matter what. Look at him, 11th place. Great job for him. Behind him, look at Jonathan Ledger right behind him in 12th. Good run for him.
Yep.
Henry Kalhoff, and then Caleb, of course. We talked about him, and that's what happened. Same thing with Corey Mott and Thomas Wolfe. And
well, so Thomas, Ray, and Allen, and then I believe it was... Who was the 4th guy that it happened to? It was Thomas Allen, Tommy Carroll Jr., and Ray Gill. They all had just people basically. We had 4 people that essentially just like lost
lost connection.
I mean, you even saw me and Hayden both lost connection to where I couldn't even see the cars. So
they all went away on my screen at one point.
So those 3 guys got their positions of where they're at just off the sheer fact that they got disconnected and obviously couldn't get back. So, but underneath Alan Phillips, there's Tommy Carroll Jr., and then we have Ben Lawson, Vince Mitchell, PJ Cox, Ryan Taft, Stuart Harding, Mr. Rocketman, Stephen Carlisle, Mason Hoffner, Jacob Wazinski, Zach Johnson, and there's Mr. Hayden.
Yeah. I'm surprised I got 198 in. I wrecked the first half corner.
You got 2 laps in then.
Got 2 laps in, baby.
But that is our field, and that means we need to talk to Mr. Saunders. Then where's he at? Oh, there's Mr. Saunders. We can go ahead and get him up here then, I guess. Let me pull him up here.
The run out of Jeep.
And we have Mr. Zack Saunders up here now in the booth.
Hi.
Hello. Good job. You had a very, very close finish there at the end. I mean, it was like, I think, what was it, like 300ths or something like that? I was thinking is what you said, Hayden, something like that. It was like, I mean,
About half a car.
it looked a lot closer on the broadcast, I guess, so.
I think it's about half a car.
Fair enough. See, it looked pretty close to us, but yeah, still a very good run though.
This says it'd be about 300 of a second.
So,
Yeah.
well, also, it's different. We have Hayden up here because his Refty had 2 laps in where he just got absolutely destroyed. So
I almost joined.
yeah.
Cody got my left ear there, getting into 3, and luckily to be honest, dude, when I felt it sliding, I just let go of the wheel. I fully expected it just to kill itself in the outside wall. It didn't. I was like, oh hey, look at that, and then they died on corner exit. So I was like, well, that works out, I guess. And then had many more of the issues later after that. So it was quite eventful, like first stage and a half. Almost killed Thomas there in the second stage.
Almost, yeah.
And then
I gotta say, you guys recovered. I mean, he recovered beautifully, and you obviously backed off to give him some room there. And you guys,
I was locked up.
Well, it just looked like you backed off.
I got in the corner for whatever reason. They get really tight when you run really close into the corner, and I hit the brake, and it just instantly didn't turn. I was like, well, that's not good. And I touched him that I hit the brake a little harder to lock him up to slow down a little more, and luckily he got it all situated.
You went to swipe right, and she still got your phone number. That's what it sounds like to me. What happened when that corner? So you think it was track, or is it the aero package that's actually affecting that?
It's the car. The car sucks at this track. I'm gonna be very blunt. It's trash. You can't pass. You can't come out of the corner hard because you're worried about about the car killing itself. For whatever reason, the left rear just doesn't like you. If you didn't have a good enough setup, you'd lock up almost every time into the corner because the car is so rigid and flat. It has no the tire can't just like fall to the ground like the old car. It's not very fun.
Yeah,
that was not a fun race, to be honest. Very on edge, and with an edgy car, it's not fun.
At least there weren't that many cautions.
I don't know what your word many was. I thought that was quite a bit.
I was like, Bill, I don't know what you're smoking, but whatever it is.
I don't know what you're smoking, but I want some because that was 23 cautions.
So that was almost as many as Bristol and Martinsville.
So whatever you got going on there, you better send me some.
Hey, just about everything is legal in Massachusetts.
Well, they're trying to get it legal here in Ohio. So.
Oh my gosh! Jeez.
But had a really good battle there at the end with Katie. Just couldn't get up off the corner like I wanted to out of 4 to get second place there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good night for you, though, as far as the points go. So, you survived a war. This was a brutal war tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what that does for me in points because I don't know where Corey finish. Pretty low.
15th.
Yeah, I don't know what the point difference is from 3rd to 15th, but I was only 38 points behind him entering the race. I think he got stage 1 points. I got some stage 2, and then the better finish. So points lead, it should be pretty close.
Yeah.
Next week is Nashville. Next week is Nashville.
Hopefully, it'll be a little bit better.
I don't know. That's I would say that's a question for Thomas because I think he's done some officials. But he disconnected along with 5 other people.
Yeah.
So,
don't worry. I also had some issues too for a second to where literally I could not see any cars to show on broadcast. So.
I don't know what that was. It must have been an iRacing thing because Katie and Thomas blinked in front of me, and then I saw like 2 people behind me blink as well. I was like,
yeah, and then we lost
you
Thomas,
lost,
Ray, Alan,
Ray.
and Tommy.
Yeah, it was like, wow, dude, and I was like, and then, so all these people are gone. I'm like, how is Nick even up here? I thought he murdered the inside wall, and I was like, it's whatever.
So,
Up here battling Cody.
but yeah, well,
But,
good job though. And yeah, I was thinking next week is Nashville, so we'll see how that goes.
hopefully it's better. It probably won't be.
Gotta
No,
have
with these
options.
cars, it probably won't be.
I think it will be better.
I hope it's better, but
Me too.
I don't have very high hopes.
I would
for
say it will be better if you don't end up back up here in the booth with us, Hayden. That's when
Yeah,
you know
it can't
it's
be any
better.
worse than what happened tonight for me.
Technically, it can because you can wreck out lap 1/3 one.
Well,
So,
I made it
least
half
make
a
2
quarter.
laps.
No, as long as I make it through lap 1 at Nashville, we'll call it a win.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well,
Oh man.
time to go get Cody, I guess. And
Yep.
talk to this man. I'm probably gonna pull him in the middle of talking to
Yeah, he's
someone.
live right now.
Oh God. Well, oh well. Pull him anyways. Mr. Leach up in the booth now with his P2 finish that was very close there with Zach. My gosh.
Fellas, hey, how's it going?
Going good. Luckily you didn't get succumb to the as we were calling it, the Bill curse tonight of Bill would mention someone and then they would wreck.
Oh,
So
Bill, I
every
gotta go
time.
back. I'm gonna rewatch it because I knew I feel like every time they turned me when I was just getting close to the front. Did you say something?
he might have.
He may have.
He might have. He
have.
probably did.
I'm not mad though. I was mad in a
going,
minute.
I am going to plead the Fifth Amendment.
Smart move, smart move. I was mad in the moment. You can ask everybody. I was really upset in the moment, but it was.
Tonight's race was uglier than a 1-2 stripper. It
Oh,
was
Yeah, that's
really bad. Every guy that I talked about ended up crashing.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to be honest with you. Towards the end there, I started to, just about thinking to myself, I should start talking about these guys in front of them. Maybe something will happen. Next thing
Shake
you
it up.
know, the 22 car gets spun.
Oh
and
yeah.
it was chaos. So, I'm glad Nick was able to get back up to 4th. And I know he was probably a little hot under the collar there, but glad to see him keeping his cool, man. And that was just a really tough break for him.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was right behind it. I wasn't as close as, thankfully, honestly, when you think about it, I wasn't as close as, because I don't know if you guys were watching. I was really trying, not wrapping bottom, but second lane. I was kind of a groove lower than everybody because I knew I had better drive off, whereas everybody was sticking it a little bit better in the corner. But my drive off was just there, being patient. I mean, patient at the entry, but obviously more aggressive in the exit. But yeah, thankfully I didn't go down there. We had a little bit of gap, and I was kind of just pacing myself, thinking maybe we go green. Thomas and all of them were running really good, and I hadn't seen Nick up there too much, but it kind of seemed like his car came into him. So I mean, it helped me out, that little situation. Glad we can maneuver around it, but I just kind of tried to not let the situations early in the race get to me because it was a little bit. And I knew Cameron felt bad for his, and he was telling me, and I kind of just was like, I'm not gonna be mad. Like I've done it. I mean, I do it all the time. I'm running people hard. I'm racing as hard as I can, so mistakes happen. But so I wasn't mad at him at all. The Uberman, he's gonna get a couple words from me, but I'm just messing. But that was a fun race. I mean, the car was a lot. I knew it was good during testing. I was in a few top splits, kind of racing around like 5 AK guys, and I just was like, if I can keep up with these guys or kind of linger around the top 10, we should have a good race. And if you look at the standings from us, I know Joe finished 6th, Cameron finished 7th. I mean, like, as a team, we really showed up tonight, and I'm proud of them, and just proud of like how we got to be able to finish. We really crawled through the mud to get this finish, and everybody who was racing. I mean, I had a great race with Zach. That was so much fun at the end. Even the Uberman, me and the Uberman had some good races racing together. Garth was really quick out there, so it was a blast. It was a blast.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You know, I enjoyed seeing you finish in second place. You know, I was rooting for that first place. I'm still waiting for you to pull that one off. You've gotten close a few times. A good points night for you. You needed the points,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know you're settling in now, and you're on the home stretch. So just keep
We
what you're doing, man. I believe in you, and I know you're going to get that win this year. And I'm looking for you to be a contender for the championship in the playoffs.
I appreciate that.
So
Yeah, we got our eyes locked in. I mean, like I said, good finish tonight, but we're already working towards Nashville. Been running laps for Nashville, just trying to get laser focused.
there you go.
It's almost not one day at a time. It's like we're on to the next. Like if some sets come out, we can get to work. We're gonna get to work. We're gonna see what happens. Like these New Hampshire sets, we've been testing them all last week. Even tested them a ton today. Probably ran 100 laps plus on them today. So before the race, so we're always trying to work. Like the simplest thing, I didn't do anything. Nothing with. I did do a. I did a. We put some wedge in it late in the race as the temps went down to get a little looser, which was really like the deciding factor for us. But to come out the gate, just turn the brake bias down and I mean started screaming. So it's always what can we do to get better. Huge finish at double stage points was big for me. Didn't think that was going to happen, but double stage points and the second place finish. Wish we could have got it done. I was talking to Mike as we were waiting, for interviews, and I was like, he was like, I was kind of nervous. He was like, because I thought she was going to give me the bump, and I was like, well, I had such good exit speed. I'm like, well, I could wait, on him. I didn't really see the bump working, so I was like, I can wait on him, get up underneath, and I didn't. He was so quick tonight. I didn't think about it, and I was right on his bumper, got a little loose, microscopically loose, and then really didn't have much of a chance after that, but. Great race by Mike. Definitely deserved the win, and can't wait till next week in Nashville. Show up. It's another chance at a win. That's the best part about it. Another opportunity for the first one. So get back to it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, buddy, man. I'm really glad to see you up there, man. Looking forward to seeing you in Victory Lane later on this year.
Yes, sir. I want the last interview soon, so
It will be.
Still working towards it. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys a lot. Great job calling the race. Ton of people in the stream tonight, I noticed. So great job, y'all. And thanks to everybody who came to watch. It was a fun one, even though it was very, very get it out the mud. I don't know, like even if you look at when people went in, like that was a whole nother thing. I knew Joe would do good because he went in at 175. He was, I think, in 11th. And he was like, I don't know what I'm going to get some spots. And I'm like, Joe, just lag off a little bit, kind of trying to tell him to do the same thing I'm doing. Because I'm like, everybody around us had pit on 127. I was like, I pit at 155. And I think maybe the Uberman did. And Allen pit at 155. But Joe had the best tires out on the track. I'm like, brother, I'm like, you can get 2 or 3 more spots. If you look at it, he got 4 or 5 more spots. So I'm glad he got that finish. Cameron too. Cameron was in 12th, and he's like, I just want top 10. The boys got it done. So I'm proud of everybody over there at WRL. Been working hard, and so I'm proud of them.
Yeah, it's awesome to see, man.
Yep.
So, all right, guys, we got one more guy to interview.
This is his second win now, I believe, right? Isn't this Mike's second win now? So
yeah, long awaited. This is another one that he scratched the surface so many times, came so close, but he was able to finish it today, and he dominated the race today.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let me pull him up here then, and there he is. There's the man now with his second win, Mr. Mike Burnett.
Zoolander.
Zoolander. I love it.
What happened to the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. Well, the only other car that led more laps than you tonight was the pace
Pace
car.
car, yeah, geez.
You led 150 laps.
I'll take it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I just had a really fast car.
Oh, you did, yeah. That's for
Uh,
sure.
the thing, after like 20 laps, it came in and I was just on rails. And I don't know, maybe Thomas could have gone to me with like a really long run because he's really good at saving this stuff more than I am. But other than that, the car was just insanely good tonight.
You need to send me some setups, brother.
Draco Performance.
Oh, man.
There's not
Well,
much else
you
to
had
say there.
Dominic. How frustrating was tonight's race with all of the cautions?
I didn't mind it the first two stages, but as it gets closer and closer to the end, I keep worrying about one of these times I'm just gonna mess up for like half a second, and then all of this is over. So, when it gets down to like 50 laps or so, I just want it to go green so I can finish it out and not have to like keep proving myself to be the fastest car and continue to be mistake free because everyone else can make mistakes and get right back up here and make up all that ground just because of all the caution. So it's it's a little rough, but it's part of the game. So you have to finish out the race, and luckily I was able to do it this time. So
Well, you're the only driver on the track that did not feel the wrath of Bill the announcer. So
Yeah.
That's for sure.
announcer's curse. I would literally talk about somebody, and the next corner they would be in the stands. It was brutal tonight.
I mean, there was a lot of it. I don't know if there's a lot of self spinning. People didn't have control of their car. It was a tough track, so I think people
Yeah.
were just racing each other more than the track, and they needed to be racing the track more. So, but it worked out. We got it in the race, and I think the cream rose to the top at the end, so it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, as far as points wise, it doesn't really matter. You're already locked in, but
I got those playoff points, baby. Took 7
yeah,
tonight.
you know those points kind of feel nice, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, that's the name of the game at this point. So I got both stage wins and then the 5 points for the race win. So I couldn't have been a better night.
Yeah, and you qualified where? You were on the
P2.
pole, weren't you?
No,
Oh, you were.
I had to
That's
pass
right,
Thomas.
P2. That's
And
right.
then
I forgot.
I
Yeah,
did have
you
some fun when I would pit there, like on lap 130 or something. I had to drive through the field, so I got to experience what was going on back there for a little bit. It was fun.
Did you appreciate being out front?
Yeah, the clean air was definitely nice when I got it back.
Yeah, you ran away from the field like the field was my ex-wife. You were just gone, and you took off from everybody, and you did it just every single time the whole entire race.
Honestly, it was just being slow and smooth. The harder that I pushed, like when I saw Thomas coming back, the more that he would gain on me and I would run slower times. So I think it was just I was like the smoothest and slowest while still going at a decent speed, and everyone else was pushing too hard. So that was just like some experience showing, I think.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, hate to see what happened with Thomas because for some reason I don't know why
Yeah.
it happened to me and
iRacing had a
Hayden
problem.
too, where we
Oh,
couldn't see
you
him
dropped
either.
out?
Well, no,
Oh, I
so
thought you dropped out.
All the cars disappeared
Yeah.
on my screen.
yeah, it was like I was still in the session, but I just basically lost all the cars, and then they came back.
Huh.
So
Yeah, usually I'm the one that's on the rough end of those, so
it was
glad to not have that go wrong.
It
for
was
me tonight,
Thomas,
but-
Ray, Alan, and Tommy. Those were the four that got hit with the download bug, apparently, as it was. So
Feel bad
Yeah,
for
that was
Thomas. He definitely
that was an
deserves to be up
iRacing
here.
deal. You know that was that is horrible for those guys. You know,
Oh,
but
for sure.
that's iRacing that had nothing to do with us. It just they were running very well, and it's just tough to see them get hit like that.
Yeah,
That's,
and I know I saw Cody blink out behind me too, so luckily he stayed in because he needed a good points finish tonight. So good, glad for him. He got up there.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Zoolander, you got the look, you got the riz, you did it again, man. This is like Magnum Plus now.
Like we said, we got the monkey off the back, and hopefully the rest of the season is going to treat us well. And if not, oh well, we're already locked in. So,
well, you're up to
it's a
third
good
in points.
confidence
Looks like
boost.
now, so you
we'll
knocked
take
you knocked Xander down. There you go.
it was tough when he wasn't here, so I'd really work for that one.
Yeah, you knocked him down, so that's good, I guess. Then, wow,
Yep.
Caleb's
Well,
still
gentlemen-
actually wow. Okay, jeez.
Well, gentlemen, I have to go to work in the morning, and I'm old, so I will talk to you guys later on. Enjoy your night. Mikey, congratulations on another win. And I will see you guys next week.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you. Have a good night.
I think Cameron was wanting to do something. I don't know if he's going to hop up here. He's like, hey, pull me up when you all are done with the podium finishers. Oh, speak of the man. Yeah, you're like, pull me up here. I was like, dude, you can get up here. You have the role to join up here. Like,
Oh man.
what do you want to brag about? Oh, about your P7 guy. I was like, what do you want to brag about now?
Yeah, yeah, we had a pretty solid card tonight. Got caught up in a couple of incidents early on, but we overcame obstacles and not gonna lie, I was totally fine with 12th, but I will gladly take 7th. We had a top 5 car, but you know, this Bob Henry's barbecue sauce Ford Performance Mustang was fast. Shout out to Mr. Race Control Gordon Fraley for cooking this up for me, pun intended. Not gonna lie, New Hampshire's not one of my best tracks, but I'm glad I was able to get a top 10 out of it.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I guess at least you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this. Obviously, it's like at least you still were in the race because poor Hayden got taken out 2 laps in.
Oh
Not
yeah,
even. It was not even. I'm telling you, it was the first corner.
It said that you made it 2 laps, which is crazy.
Well, iRacing is wrong because I didn't make it around the turn.
He got freaking punted by the 8, I think it was, or something, wasn't it? Like,
the eight spun in front of me and then just came down the track, and there was nowhere for me to get.
Yeah, just
clobbered the inside wall.
Just punted into the inside wall.
hey, I don't know if y'all caught my little hot mic that first caution. The wreck happened behind me. I slow down. I'm still involved. I still spin out, and I'm just like, I had a Brian Scott moment where I was like, oh, I want to be a part of the wreck too.
Now, obviously, I don't hear that stuff because I have the radio off, which it sounds like was a good thing, anyways, because of I guess some of the stuff that Nick said after Thomas spun him. So it sounds like
we definitely need a radioactive segment now.
Yeah, you definitely don't want mine from that first corner.
Oh no. Well, regardless, next week is Nashville, and I know I also had to get to bed for work too and everything. So
yeah. All in all, I think it was a pretty good race. Granted, more than a quarter of the race was under caution, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
23 cautions it was, I believe.
I wonder how many caution laps they actually had tonight.
If it's more than 50, then we definitely had
95 according to iRacing.
Good Lord have mercy.
Jesus Christ. So we really had, hold on, let me,
23 cautions, 95 caution laps, and that was that.
I gotta go posted.
See, because I'm looking at it right now.
Yep, 90, less than half.
That's
Imagine
absurd.
if we went into overtime.
Oh my God.
I think we only get a couple overtimes, though.
I think it's 3.
No, it's
Should be
unlimited.
3. Is it unlimited?
It's unlimited, but I think the most we've ever used was 3. And I think it was Martinsville earlier this season.
I didn't know it was unlimited. I mean,
yep, we're going by NASCAR rules.
Yep.
God. Well, lovely. Okay, well.
Well, I'm going to hop out. I'm going to see what's going on in the Podium Finishers channel, and then I'll catch you guys next week at Nashville. Should be a good one.
Yep,
Hopefully.
We got Nashville week. Woo. It's going to be fine.
Hopefully it'll be better than New Hampshire.
It's Nashville. Let's be realistic.
I've never even ran Nashville. I got to do some fishing.
Yeah, I gotta do some testing as well.
Maybe I'll qualify better. Won't get taken out the first lap.
Yeah. You'll get taken out before the first lap.
Exactly. I get ran over when we grid. Car will blow up like Denny's did
at Sonoma.
Yeah, Sonoma. Even he got 2 laps in. I mean, hell.
Barely 2 laps.
Barely 2 laps.
He crossed the start-finish line, and the engine was like, all right, I'm out.
He was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this today.
Nah, you have FedEx on the car. I don't want it.
Well, anyways, yep, I'm going to end the thing anyways, so.
Yep.
Signing out then.